check.
Tristan, what the hell? What? You're muted.
Don't worry about it.
Oh my god. I hate when people do this.
Ooh, Prime Gaming stuff.
Dang, look at this ad.
Okay. Let us. Is the music going, or is there nothing on right now?
There's nothing on right now because
that's fine. I just wanted to.
It will be in a minute. Maybe. I have to have Firefox set up real weird for the music. Just keep it so it's just this. It's like this little tiny thin strip that I have block everything else out.
Yeah.
So I see nothing else on that page. I just have it so it's just the music and then like a tiny thin area of screen.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So I think everyone's place is correct because I don't have to move it with Discord, which is great. Let's do this.
Yay.
All right. Welcome back, all of you, to roll call. Sorry, my drink's about to fizzle over right now somehow.
Go get your drink.
On itself. It's literally just like bubbling over by itself. Okay. So, like always, before we get started with any recaps or whatnot, I would like to start with some character introductions. And today, you're gonna steal all my dice. So, let's actually start with you, Ian, and then we'll, go from there.
All right. Hello. My name is Ian. I'm playing the Dread Captain Amos Bloodbeard Orst. He is a tiefling who has I don't know why I'm looking over the picture of myself with my character sheets there.
You have to remember who you are.
No, I like to read off of his character sheet as I do it. But he is a fighter 2, swashbuckler rogue 3. He is having the time of his life in the weird mad scientist lab. I don't think he knows what a scientist is, but I think that when I was writing the recap, I felt like that. She's a mad scientist.
Yeah.
She's a mad scientist.
Sure.
But he's definitely getting vibes from this place. A little disappointed he hasn't met Shadow the Hedgehog yet. But so far, cold elementals suck. He kind of wished he was Levistus Tiefling there for a minute. I think he's pretty hyped that he gets to try out this fun little shield, the retaliating bloom shield.
It worked, but no damage.
Yeah, it did work. But he was warned it probably wouldn't actually do damage. But at the same time, I think this in his mind this was supposed to be a shortcut to get to Barteris Bay, and everything has just kind of gone wrong.
I mean, it's only been
important.
It's only been 2 days ish.
Yes, and Valsira the horse is dead, and
that's true.
Lost our chest.
We lost our chests.
Things are all of a sudden more heavy.
Things are heavier. The laws of physics are different. Everything seems changed.
No sunlight.
He's okay with that. But yeah, it's been a hell of a trip so far. So, I'm gonna pass it to just trying to think of something funny, like frenemy, weird. So someone who is Bloodbeard somehow like goes back and forth between growing closer to, and just like intentionally pissing off Emilio.
Love you too, pal. I'm Adrian. I play Emilio, the Circle of Stars druid Shadow Kaidro. He's got silver, curly hair, some kind of fancy-ish garb, but like it looks like it's been ruined with a bunch of embroidery by somebody who doesn't know how to embroider very well. He is not having a good time in this mountain. He has not enjoyed being underground. His magic has been kind of flickering in and out every once in a while, but he did have a very interesting dream last session that strengthened his resolve upon a very interesting reading that he got with his tarot cards. So, he's feeling a little bit better, but still not 100% in the mountain. He will pass it off to his best friend in the group, Clover.
Hello, I'm Tristan. I'm playing Clover. They are normally a very cheerful, trusting, naive halfling, but down in this mountain, it's been so miserable. Cleric of Life. And I'm just happy that no one actually died at the very end. So, lots of relief going through Clover. And how about our Tinker?
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. I'm Robert. I'm playing Tingle Rumbletron, a gnomish armorer artificer. He's middle-aged for a gnome, has a white hair, white mustache, getting a little bit of beard. And he's rolling around in a weird setup of Magitech, Ethertech, something fancy, steampunky armor. And, he's stands out a lot. He's also completely immoral and a total psychopath. And right now he's incredibly excited to explore these ancient ruins and hopefully learn secrets that have been hidden away, and also possibly use members of the party to trigger traps so that he doesn't get exposed to that. And yeah, that's about him. I'm gonna then pass it off to his partner in crime and also just sort of only friend, Zubrick.
That's really sad, man. I'm Dylan. I play Zubrick. He is a hobgoblin conjuration wizard who also minored in anthropology. Currently, he has had the shit beaten out of him, but he still has some spells left, so he's not doing too bad. Go ahead, Pete. Finish me off. Finish us off, sorry. Weird phrasing.
I mean, I think I did that last campaign. I'm going to refrain from trying to do that this campaign for a little bit longer, hopefully. But
Says that now.
hey, I mean, I'm trying to keep things as level as I can. All right.
3 hours in. I told you guys there was a bomb there.
All right. Well, hello everyone. I am Parky Park. I'll be your dungeon master for this homebrew campaign of called The World of Særald, which is more of a character-driven campaign in 5th edition D&D. So, yeah, I believe, Ian, you won the inspiration for this session.
Did.
And you should have a recap for us.
I do.
I might add a few things at the end, but yes, go ahead.
Sorry, I was puzzled. I was trying to order stuff on GoPuff, and I'm trying to get to the prod minimum, and I was like, oh, I'll get chips and dip, and the chips on their own are $5.25. The dip on its own is $3.99, or you could get the bundle deal where it's $10.25, which doesn't make sense. And I'm looking at it like, am I doing my math wrong? I'm bad at math. Am I that bad at math?
It's just to get people that are high, I think, if anything. And that's a really weird recap, I have to say.
Yeah. Captain's log. Why the fuck is the chip and dip combo more than just the chips and the dip? All right. Captain's log. The strangest things have been happening since we came down here. This should have been a quick trip to Barteris Bay. That's the whole point of a shortcut. And yet, we find ourselves deeper in the Underdark doing perhaps the strangest side distraction I've ever encountered. Soon after our last encounter with the strange fun-time Roots of Death, or the Fluxwood, as I guess it's called, we arrived at a small underground fort of sorts. The kid is safe, but we found an odd multi-legged steel creature calling itself Base Number 6. I'm still confused as to what happened to 1 through 5, but apparently this is the lab of Lady Ruin? Something like that. I wasn't really paying attention. No idea who she is, but everything in here seems like something an evil mastermind would make. Hell, she even has some sort of fancy magic shield that spits floral death poison stuff, which I'm borrowing and trying out under the promise that I give it back to her someday if she comes calling. Anyway, kid's safe. Base keeps talking more about where this Fluxwood comes from, and the way it's making it sound is that if we don't go down there and deal with it, it will come out and probably deal with the entire Underdark. Since I don't want to have that on my conscience, my companions and I are going to go deal with it. Been pretty uneventful so far. Fluxwood was kind of difficult to get through. I went to bowling for clovers at one point. That was pretty fun. Note to self, halflings don't quite stick to shields the way you think they would. But thankfully, Base ignored our pleas for it to stay behind and managed to get us through. It seems to kind of know its way around down here a little bit more than it said it did. It's every single time we get upon some sort of challenge we can't quite figure out, Base seems to know what to do. The very last thing we've done, as I write this, standing over some of my friends' fallen bodies, was go through some sort of ice chamber. I thought for a second refrigerators were a real thing. It was very cold when we came in, kind of like the chill box, which was, well, we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, giant ice crystal. They keep talking about stasis. I don't know what the heck stasis is, but it's colder than the 9th level of hell in here. As we're going through the room, and Base managed to start to warm up one of the other doors, these tiny little cheeky creatures, like ice versions of the ones that we saw back in town, came out and tried to start killing us. And they did a surprisingly good job for something so tiny. And if that wasn't bad enough, it seemed that the crystal could just keep spawning these giant golems and more of these little bastard creatures. I think we took out a fair number, honestly. I stopped tracking kills, though. Oh my god, the kill tracking chart. Fuck! Pete! No! Shit!
Go back and rewatch it.
Fuck!
I don't know.
I stopped tracking kills, but by my count, we killed quite a few. I kind of, after the door was open and we realized that there was no real way to stop them from coming, we got through, but some people decided to play hero, and now those people are being tended to by Clover. I think the next stop is some sort of library. They have some sort of machine that could brew a nice coffee. Because, gods, I'm tired. Captain Bloodbeard, logging off.
All right. That was a great recap, actually.
Thank you. I like made up all of it on the spot.
That's perfectly fine. I want to do a little, not even retcon. It's something I forgot to mention because I'm just so excited for the fucking library that I just skipped over it at the end of the last session. And that is, after the frosted habitat that you guys went through, sub-level 4, there was a next level before the library. But this one was pretty empty for the most part, from what you can tell. I'm going to read the description real quick just so you guys know and can imagine it between the library and the frost habitat. It's a room similar to the flux root chamber, with a hallway that goes down the center of a circular room, but it has a perpendicular hallway crossing it at the middle. There are deep cracks and crevices all along the walls and halls, and even through the hall, even through like the encasing, basically connecting the encapsulated areas to the hallways themselves. Most of the cracks, however, were very small and it was easily traversable. One thing to note, the room was very humid and kind of sticky for what it was. And there was a lot of kind of gunk covering the glass. The one thing you would have all noticed traveling through is there were big, large shells, similar to the one that you fought along the way to get here, on the other side between the cracks that you can see. But yeah, they didn't even bother you. You didn't bother them. You just kept going and you made it to the library. I read the description last week, but since Tristan wasn't here, if you want, I can read it again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. When you guys get to the sub-level 6 that Base has described before, the heavy metal doors open, and as you enter, the room is a sizable rectangular study with 2 heavy iron doors, one that you just came through and one on the other side of the long end of the rectangular room. Metal shelvings that have rigid points along where the shelving and the supports are connected have these kind of like nubs that come out, almost like diodes of sorts, and they line both ends of the hall. Sorry, Juno's playing with my feet. Along the ground, there are also small, not like large diodes, but small nubs, similar to the ones that you see along the walls and also the ceiling where the shelves are, that seem to be also made of metal. The room here is very dusty, and the ground, from even with the dust kind of coating most of the ground, it seems to be made of smaller stone tiling of sorts from what you can tell. When you look at the shelving, there are many dilapidated old books. There are some kind of cubicles, small little squared sections where it seems like they would display an artifact or something intricate, but in those areas, on a stand that is also similarly metal like the shelf, you see a shapes of artifacts, but they're all made of the same metallic shape as the shelf itself. And they seem to be all fused together, basically. When you all kind of walk around exploring the room, you see on the far end wall, the far end door on the other side, when you get to it, the door behind you slowly closes shut. You hear a loud chink as the door fully seals on the other side. On the door, on the heavy iron door that you guys just got to, there are 6 lines of inscriptions. The first 4 lines of inscriptions are in Primordial, and the last 2 are in Sylvan. The first 4, going from one line to the next, I will read them out loud, goes, "All you are, and all I am. Everything is connected to these lands. Where we were asked not to peek. What can be done, we were made curious, see? The Sylvan lines are learning from those and farther shores, sure do hope you won't abhor." Underneath these inscriptions, there are 12 gems of different assortment or assorted colors inlaid into this metal door. Each one have different symbols, and actually I have prepared a small shitty hand drawing of these symbols for you guys to look at, and I will give you all access right now. Just called Symbols, and it's in handouts, and I will pull it up and show the watchers too, I guess. So these symbols are on different color gems all the way through, and in this layout. And I'll read them from top to bottom, left to right. The first one is a ruby. The next is citrine. Third is amethyst. Fourth is topaz. Fifth, obsidian. Sixth, quartz. Diamond. Then light sapphire. Followed by emerald. Opal. Hematite, which is a gray stone, if you guys did not know. And a deep blue sapphire. Let's see. So yeah, what do you all do? You see Base has kind of got here and is just kind of waiting by the door.
Can we take a break first?
There's no dangers here, it seems like.
I'm quite injured.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Short rest.
Whatever kind of rest you all want to do, you could take. So which one you want to do?
Please.
Short rest.
Okay. You all take a short rest. While you are taking a short rest, since that's about an hour to 2 hours, what is everyone doing? If anything.
Well, I figure Tingle's probably just slowly walking around the room, looking at stuff. Not really touching, because he doesn't want to get, trigger a trap and die horribly. Just walking around and looking and seeing.
All right. Well, since you're walking around, I'm gonna describe a few things. In one of the cubbies that you see, you would see a rack of potions. Some are just kind of tubes. Others are held in a loft differently and actually fully corked. But all of these are fully metallic, just like you can't see what's inside them because they're fully metallic and they look like solid metal. And then another one you would see is quite a large tome, leaned on its own kind of like holder, in a cubicle itself. And let's see, you would also find what looks like an instrument of sort. I don't know if you're familiar with instruments, but it looks like a lyre to you.
Okay.
And finally, it seems like there's a display for a necklace in the similar situation. And lastly, a belt, quite a sizable belt, thick, and it seems to have like a troll face on the front, like where the buckle is.
All right. I wonder. Zubrik, question. Do you think this stuff is either transmuted into metal or if it just has like some kind of an armor coating over it?
That's a good question. Let me take a look.
Well, hey, don't forget my guide to determining if an object is coated in metal or is just actual metal.
Can I take a look at a piece of it and just see if maybe the metal was transmuted over?
You could give me just from looking at it, you mean? Not like.
Well, I want to study it.
Okay.
I'll put my grubby mitts on it.
Okay, so you're not trying to touch it, you're just trying to look at it.
What part of grubby mitts? Do you know?
Wait, I thought you said you're not
I'm trying to get my hands on.
Okay, so you're trying to touch it. Okay. You grab it and you try to move it. One of these things, it's fused to the metallic shelving itself.
Has welding been invented yet?
I mean, I'm guessing there would be magical ways to fuse metal that is probably used in higher level, but it's not. It doesn't look like that. It looks like one piece almost, like smooth and seamless. And you realize the shelf itself, there's no marks of it being physically worked on. It's smooth and seamless.
So it looks like it's magic. It's too perfect to be.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You don't even have to make a check.
All right, It looks too perfect to be a regular Tingle.
Well, yeah, but what I'm wondering is if obviously this is like a fancy library and there's some weird password thing going on, but what I'm wondering is, are the items in front of us actually like solid metal, or if we were to take like a little hammer and chip away at a bit, would we see a book underneath?
Be my guest and try it.
Okay,
Pete, does that
I
short rest
definitely-
get rid of the negative maximum HP?
No,
Okay.
it's a long rest.
Tingle is going to go on a long shot and see if metal coating an object, at least for part of it, counts as the object being soiled. And try and use prestidigitation, and a little tiny spider with a welding mask and a miniature blowtorch would pop out and start trying to clean away the metal.
Okay. Your little prestidigitation spell goes off, and the little spider jumps aboard, trying to clean it off this metal. It has no effect whatsoever.
Yeah, that was a long shot. I really need to get more robust magic. Well, we could just try hitting it? Maybe have Bloodbeard do that? He likes to hit things.
He looks so tired.
Is Bloodbeard within earshot? Or...
Oh yeah, I mean it's not a large room. It's a pretty small
hey,
room.
Bloodbeard, do you want to come check out this thing? It's maybe a one piece? I can't tell.
Alright, Bloodbeard will walk over and take a look at whatever
Okay.
Tingle is
I mean, it's
conniving around.
It's on both sides. It, like, you know, there are these cubicles on both sides between some of the more ruined books that doesn't seem to have been fused with metal of sorts. When you look at one of them, yeah, it just looks like, if anything, a metal statue of sorts in weird shapes. One looks like a lyre. Another one looks like a potion rack. One looks like some kind of belt that's being like presented, and some sort of troll face on it.
No, that's not something he's proficient in. Never mind.
It doesn't matter if you want to try something. Just
I'd
describe.
say like a
what-
history check if like Bloodbeard, like if there's any sort of like cultural relevance to any of this shit, like the specifically the statue of the guy holding the belt.
Oh, it's not a
Little
statue of a guy.
Hansu.
It's
Oh.
just it's a little platform. I was just gesturing what the platform kind of looks
okay.
like. You know.
All right.
Tingle hands you a scroll that says how to destroy metal, but there's a little subscript that also has some historical knowledge about weird faces.
18. Is any of this stuff is anything jumping to mind when Bloodbeard's looking at it?
Not really. No, like, historical references. Like, you've traveled, you've heard stories, you've heard legends, right? You know, that's what it's part of being a pirate. You tell the stories, you listen to them, and you go spread it more, making your own. The thing is, you've never heard of any of the stuff like this. So this kind of stuff probably comes from like old things. Like, you've heard of runes or lost treasures being found at sea. Definitely have become farther and fewer since you've heard, you know, and they've started becoming legends, but this stuff might be more along the lines of that.
Okay. Well, Tingle, I'm not really getting any. I don't know what this is. What did you want me to? I feel like you're dropping subtext that you want me to try to smash it.
Yes, exactly. Because if it's a metal coating, then you might be able to pry it off. But if it's not a metal coating, then nothing will happen. And also, I'm going to step back 20 feet.
And Tingle's gonna pat his back and give him another scroll of how to trigger traps and check metal.
It's not really, there isn't really a lot of space in here. I know I
I'm going to
described.
step back as many feet as I can.
Yeah, you just step back. Basically, you're back to the other shelf behind you. But yeah,
Bloodbeard just kind of like looks at Tingle and just like shakes his head. He's like, you realize I'm not really a bruiser. I'm subtle, and he's gonna whip out his thieves' tools. He's gonna try to I guess kind of run them, use them, kind of run them along, see if there's any sort of
Seams or cracks or anything.
seams, cracks, if there's anything that just is tickling his thievery senses.
Okay.
Anything that screams either trap or secret
Okay.
compartment or something.
Since you specifically kind of mentioned your thievery sense stuff, I will say give me an investigation check. Let's see
Okay.
if you manage to find anything interesting.
Would
here.
I be able to use it as a thieves tool check with the intelligence, just because I have proficiency in that and I don't have proficiency in investigation?
No, and the reason is if it was actually physically using the tool, yes. And if it had an effect, it won't.
No, I was saying running the tools along, trying to check with the tools.
Okay, I mean, sure, fine.
Okay. Intelligence. That would be a 17.
Okay, with a 17, you're looking for any weaknesses, or in your experience there might be hidden, shelves can move, there might be hidden compartments in the back, or maybe if you rotate it instead of just trying to lift it, things like that. There's no seams whatsoever on the shelves itself. It goes even the back where they connect, it's smooth. It actually is curved, and everything is one seamless object, which is part of the shelf. The one thing that does stand out odd to you are these little kind of pointed nodes where the shelvings kind of cross. And now that everyone's been walking around a bit, and you go below to check the bottom of where the shelf is to connect it to the ground, again, it's smooth. And you're like, that's not normal. Who builds a shelf into the floor? And you follow the connected seam all the way, and it's connected to both doors, around the end of the room, and then the heavy metal doors. And then you also realize the ground itself, when you got down that low, the dust, the tiling here, the dust is covering something. You could see different color. The tiles have different colors to them and stuff like that.
Zuber, Tingle, which one of you you guys just do the ruin things? Which one of you has the little kit with the brush?
I can have lots of those. Tingle will start just snapping like he's at a jazz club, and spiders will start cleaning foot by foot squares of the ground around him.
They start sweeping away little areas more and more so. And this is all happening during your short rest, so time wise, don't worry too much about it.
Zubrick will just walk over to Bloodbeard and conjure a brush. Yeah.
Bloodbeard shall brush.
Okay, you guys brush away large portions of the floor, and you realize the floor itself is a large mosaic. Along the outer ends of the floor, there are purplish, greenish hues mixing of color that just kind of looks like an abstract piece of art. But when you get to the center of the room, there is a unique part of the mosaic. There are 3 circles, one with a rainbow swirl, one that gradiates into a darker and darker center, and one that's divided into 4 quadrants going clockwise. And going clockwise, the colors are white, red, brown, and blue. And these circles are all connected together with a line. So 3 circles connected together with a line.
Sorry, I just thought of a funny bit. I don't know if I want to do it though.
No, you do what you want to do.
I don't know if Bloodbeard would do it. Is the thing so. I Bloodbeard's look at the 4 quadrants the 4 humors. White, red, brown, and blue. Scratching his beard. Nobody questions him, so it's just that's how he's interpreting it.
That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do any of those colors correspond to those gems we saw?
Some of them kind of feel like they correspond in some sort of way. Like there are similarities looking back and forth, but you make your own judgments here. Oh,
You guys think this is some type of temple or a like omen or church?
Okay, you can if you think any.
No, I'm asking out to the group.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Probably not. You know, it seems more kind of like the "Mwahaha, now I can dissect you and record my information and then coat it with metal and hide it away."
When you get my delivery, I'll be right back.
Okay.
It doesn't really seem like it's a evil laboratory situation.
We have like
They have a literal egg upstairs that's supposed to hatch and kill everything around it.
This is true, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything, I guess, unnatural.
When you guys bring up the function of this facility that you're in, you hear Base speak up.
This facility was built to be a bioengineering lab for Lady Riowin.
So yeah, plenty of people were probably dissected in here, and you know, that's fair.
Well, I don't see any dissection tables. I don't know why they'd be dissected
yeah.
here.
Okay, it was probably down another floor or two.
Yeah, get your facts right, Tingle. Emilio's checking out the gems.
Okay. You look at the gems and that image I showed you before with the symbols. Let me just do this again. Those are the 3 rows of 4 gems each, so 12 gems total. And I know I didn't write down what color they were or what gems they're made out of on the symbol itself, but going from top to bottom, right to left, it's, you know, ruby, citrine, amethyst, topaz, obsidian, rose quartz, diamond, light sapphire, emerald, opal, hematite, and sapphire.
Okay, only 2 of those. I don't know what they look like off the top.
The hematite is gray, and which one?
The second one, citrine.
Citrine is, huh?
Isn't it like
Yellow?
yellowy orange?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
Hmm.
Then, I mean, these symbols look very obviously like some kinds of elements, but I can't figure out every single one of them.
You think it has to be corresponding to something else in this room, right?
Could be.
Well, given that there's a door over there that looks like it's some kind of a puzzle to open, there's probably also some kind of a feedback mechanism if you do it wrong, so we could just figure out what's the wrong one first.
Are the gems removable?
No, the gems are like inlaid
okay.
in, and like you could see it's not like, you know, heavy like prongs, but it's literally like the metal's formed around it. If the gem is bigger on the other side, unless you destroy the metal parts of the door, you won't be able to pull these out.
Did you say there was a large tome in here as well?
The large tome is fused like metal, like the other you know, display objects.
Is it like fully fused, or can you still open it?
No, it's fully fused. Like it's closed, and you know, just like how the belt is propped up on like the 2 L racks, it's also propped up in a similar way.
You have to get rid of this metal film first.
This, by the way, I do want to quickly say, this thing, the rack of gems that you see that's in the wall, it's underneath the 6 lines of his inscriptions.
All right.
I just want to make sure that was clear.
Well, the only thing I can really parse out of this inscription is just we're all connected to these elements. I don't know what that has to do with the rest of this place, though.
I might be able to get a little bit more information. Tingle is going to start ritual casting Identify on the wall plate holding all these gems.
Okay. You cast Identify, after I think 10 minutes, right? 11 minutes basically, or something.
Yep, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So when you finish casting Identify, the door, the information on the door is basically this. It's a way to protect your things and lock people out from the next room over. You need to touch the stones, the gems, and touch the correct ones in the correct order. Once you do so, you can access the rest of this room and further.
Okay. So it's like a passcode. That's a really ingenious way it's done.
Told you no.
I don't think it'll work if we just say cookie at it now. Well, does anyone have, any idea about this writing on the wall? Because I'm really bad at puzzles.
Sorry, what? Can you repeat that?
Me with my wonderfully accurate voice for giving information.
Does anyone have any idea about this, wall riddle thing? Because I think it's the instructions for what you're supposed to press on the door gem stuff, because it's like a password thing. You press each gem that is in the right order, and then it'll open everything up.
Remember, not everyone can read those inscriptions.
Well, we can just, I don't know, write them out, since we'll translate it.
Okay. You guys take some time translating it and then writing it out in common. And you get what I said. I believe it's in Discord for you all. If you want, I could read it out loud again, but it should be on
Good job.
Discord. The first 4 lines are primordial, and the last 2 lines are sylvan.
And what were the murals of again? Not the colors, but what were they?
It was 3 circles connected in a line, and inside the circles were, what I described. Do you want me to describe this inside the circles, or?
Yeah.
Okay. One of them is a rainbow swirl. The other one is it gradiates to a darker and darker center. And the final one is divided into 4 quadrants, and going clockwise, it is white, red, brown, and blue. Yeah, going clockwise. And all these circles are connected in a line.
Well, who wants to touch the stones first?
I'll say you guys have finished your long rest at this point.
Ooh, we got a long rest now.
Not a long rest, sorry, short rest.
Ooh, long rest, okay.
Short rest.
Does anyone want to try anything?
Well,
This is scared.
Emilio can touch a stone.
Okay, which one do you
Okay.
touch?
He'll
Backing
poke
it,
the
backing it.
stars.
Okay, that's the 5-pointed star surrounded by the other one. I believe that is the rose quartz. You go walk over, touch it, and it lights up in that color. The moment it does, you see a fade, and the whole room, you got all the hair on your head stand at an end, and then you hear a loud as electricity courses through the entire room off the diodes, electrifying all of you. You can make deck saves with disadvantage. Oof.
Why is it all threes?
Oh my god.
Literally, when we were rolling
It's all
for
threes.
when
Oh
we were
my
rolling
gosh.
for the whatchamaphase, we rolled 5 lowest value like rolls. 4 of them were in a row, and there was 2. If you go up to the fucking whatchamaphase, go to the hit dice.
Yeah.
Zubrik 3, Zubrik 3,
Three,
Bloodbeard 3,
3.
Bloodbeard 3. Then you got Clover 10, 10, and then Clover 3.
All right.
And there was another 3 before that for me. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, today's a bad rolling day, huh? All right. Well,
Oh,
all
boy.
of you will take all of you will take 10 points of lightning damage.
Yeah!
I don't like it in here.
You see Base has taken the damage too, and you see his head kind of like jerking around, and then he kind of like folds in a bit on himself, then sits there.
How much damage was it, by the way?
10 points of lightning damage.
Do you guys still want to touch them?
Oh, we can just rot here.
Yeah,
Uh,
the door
I mean, we
behind
could also
you.
go back.
No, you say that and
Oh.
you look at the door behind you and you realize it's shut, and you're it's like
It's been shut
Okay.
for like 6 minutes now.
Who
more like 2
forgot
hours.
to prop open the door?
The door is set to automatically close once you enter this room.
How does it know when everybody's in the room?
Knows.
Magic.
Base is just sitting over there with a little garage door opener and closer.
What a dick.
Okay, well, the star gem didn't do what I thought it would do.
Well, let's see. All you
Right.
are is connected to the land.
So I was going to say real fast. I think in that third line there's a play on words, for we were asked not to peek, and one of these looks like a mountain peak.
Oh.
I was thinking that too, but it doesn't seem like every line has a clue, at least from what I can tell.
If you want, like, I'm just doing this for you all. If you have anything you want to try or decipher and want to ask questions, what you can do is roll me intelligence if you really want a clue, but you have to tell me what you are trying to insight from and how, in any sort of way.
What I want to figure out is what the amethyst symbol is.
The diamond with the 4 triangles. Okay.
Mhm. The obsidian symbol and I can't figure out what the second last symbol was. I don't remember.
The hematite one.
Yeah.
Okay. So with those 3, you could give me an intelligence check. See if you can kind of figure things out.
Rapid fire scrolls of gem lore!
Thanks.
That's an 8. Okay. The first one, like, okay, it's the amethyst, like purpley, ish color to the gem itself. By the way, I'm guessing there's a source of light in here, otherwise it'd be completely dark, or gray for those
Yeah,
with
I
dark
got
vision.
dancing
Yeah.
lights up for Clover.
I have a torch, but nowhere to put it.
Yeah. So with that one, no idea. With the obsidian one, you feel like you've seen that symbol. It feels semi-familiar. You've seen it somewhere. And the last one, I mean, it looks like just a wiggly line with 5 lines, 5 curls going up from the wiggly line. Like something is coming from the wiggly line. That's as far as I could say with an 8. God.
Clearly, that's the wiggly line symbol. Now, for the obsidian, you said he might have seen it before. Is it something he would have seen back
I'm
at
just gonna tell you this. It looks familiar.
It looks familiar, so I'm trying to see
with
if he
an
can
8
figure out what it is.
With an 8, that's all I can say. And then if you start getting close to it by saying stuff or thinking things out loud, I might be able to help you. But with an 8, that's as much as I can do. You guys are rolling real low today.
Yeah.
If
All right.
Tingle gets really close to this without actually touching any of the gems, can he see if any of them have like a little bit more scuff marks on them, or maybe some oil was left on it and discolored the surface of the gem a little? Like maybe someone pressed that one specific one a little bit more than the others?
Okay. Okay. Give me. Oof. I'll say. Is there a specific way you're doing this, or are you just gonna look up at it real close without having your eyeballs touch it?
Pretty much just really close, because he doesn't
Give me a
have,
perception check.
Okay, perception, oh great. Well, Tingle's God, why did I not have a magnifying glass? Oh wait, no, I have a Tinker's Kit.
Tinker's Kit. Does that have a magnifying glass?
I'd assume so.
I don't know. Magnifying glasses are like stupid.
Yeah, that's-
Yeah, they're stupid expensive.
Well, technically, he could conjure one, but it only lasts for one turn after he made it.
And if you conjure it, it might not really act as a magnifying glass. It might look like
it's
one.
a non-magical trinket in his hand, but yeah.
If anything, Zubrik's Conjuration 1 might fare better. He is a Conjuration Wizard after all.
Zubrik, do you think you could make a magnifying glass for me?
Okay. You can give me an investigation check then.
Okay, thank God.
Can I help him?
Yeah. So you two are looking for any blemishes or scuff marks or stuff on the gem. Okay.
20, nice.
All right. I'm gonna let you guys roll. One of you roll a d6.
Go ahead, Tingle.
Okay. /R1d6. Dose.
Okay. These are well polished, and not only that, they're probably magical. So finding any scuffs on them, pretty hard. You do notice, however, on the fourth one, the topaz with the triangles and the trapezoid, there is a faint remains of what looks like some oil or something kind of stuck to it. And none of you touched it. So
Oh. Well, I think I found one of the gems that's used. Don't know the order, of course, but it's something.
Which one?
That's
The
okay.
topaz, this weird, was it triangles and a trapezoid?
The one that looks like mountains. The one that we said looks like a peak.
The one left to it.
Well, actually, it kind of looks like a door almost.
It could be. I was thinking if these are symbols of some kinds of elements, then maybe that one would be rock or earth. Because
Long
if it
ago,
goes,
12 elements lived in harmony.
I mean, if it's fire, lightning, I can't figure out what the third is. Then rock, and the next one feels so familiar, but I don't know what it is. Maybe it's some kind of psychic or
Darkness.
darkness. Maybe then we got stars, air or wind. Maybe ice next. Plants.
Hey, it's Clover.
Light. Maybe darkness? No, what if the other one's darkness? And then water. The only ones I can't figure out are the amethyst, the obsidian, and the one I already forgot. The wiggly lines. Yes.
Well, here's the thing. If the riddle is saying that everything is connected to these lands, does that maybe mean that only the symbols that touch anything related to the land are valid?
I'm gonna give you little, not a DM hint. It's something because you started mentioning it. Zubrik and Tingle, both of you are archaeologists, anthropologists, right? You could both make me a history check at this point after reading this, like, kind of another time.
Tingle's Guide to Remembering Stuff. History. Oh god, you needed that.
11 and 10. This okay. I'm gonna point something out then. There's something. These lines. Why is it in 2 languages? Not only that. It seems like it's telling a story, but you're not sure how it has to do with any of if the symbols on these gems are elements. You're not sure how it has anything to do with that. It talks about she won't abhor, like that gets fixated, and something about things you've found or learned way back in the past, like it's ringing a bell. But it's just not in it's not bringing up anything useful just yet. Pointed out just a few things. Whether they are fully helpful or not with those roles, you guys will have to decide, unfortunately. But
I have no idea.
I
I
think
feel like you might have heard
All
it
I'm
before,
thinking of
but-
is like Pokemon types. Looking at this,
I th-
3
I
is
think we
normal
have to
type.
hit. I think we have to hit 6 different gems, 1 for each line, right?
Yeah, but what would even be the first line?
Well, I mean that might be like the cipher. If it's
All you are and all I am.
oh shit! Wait, no, that's not right.
Yeah. It starts with the most vague of them all, and it doesn't help that. Does anybody know what the last 3 symbols are?
The last 3.
Oh, it looks like
Not the last 3, but the amethyst, the obsidian, and the wigglies.
Can we go through one more time? Because I wanna label
yeah, you could.
the first thing, the fire looking symbol.
That's a
What
ruby.
is that on?
That's the ruby.
Fire, ruby, and that's red.
The
Second one is
citrine.
lightning, citrine, orange,
Yellowish orange.
yellowish orange. Third one is
Amethyst.
question mark amethyst purple.
Okay.
The fourth one I'm gonna say mountain peaks. That's on what?
Topaz.
Topaz. That's blue, right?
No.
It's
What's
yellow.
topaz? Yellow. All right. Then there is the ripples. That's on
Obsidian. It's less of a
Obsidian.
gem and more of a rock, but yeah.
black. So then the stars are on
Rose quartz. A pinkish,
quartz.
pinkish color.
And a character I keep hearing about from Steven Universe. The wind-looking thing. That's on what?
It looks like a diamond, clear diamond gem.
Okay. The icicles.
Light sapphire, so light blue.
Blue. I think somebody said that the next one looks like a plant, but it looked like steam or smoke, or
It's
just
the
like
color, though.
vape.
That's why I said plant.
And the color. What? I'm assuming it's some sort of green gem. Jade.
Emerald.
Emerald. Then there's the sun on what?
Opal.
That's like whitish.
Yeah. I mean, opal has multicolors, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like an iridescent light.
And then the last 2 is hematite, which is gray. And then the last one is sapphire. A deep blue sapphire.
You said the first line was in primordial?
First 4 lines are in primordial. The last 2 lines are in sylvan.
If the first 4 lines are in primordial, can we assume they have to do with the elements?
Oh, that makes sense.
Not a bad.
So it would mean
All
the
you are
second-
and all I am. Would that be what? Water, fire, earth? It's not wind.
Well, I
It
think
doesn't really fit any of them, and it doesn't help that we still don't know what 3 of the symbols are. If we don't know what they are, then how are we supposed to figure this out?
Okay. At this point, I need the 3 of you, Amelia, Amelia Zubrick and Clover, to make me an intelligence check, because
I'm gonna say something beforehand.
oh yeah, go for it.
This first line says, all you are and all I am. And I do want to point out the god for earth or creation is Telos. I think that might be the first line.
Then what symbol do they use?
I couldn't tell you.
You can make me a religion check if you want.
Okay.
Oh wait, can I do that too? I'm proficient in religion.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nice.
It has
5.
okay with a 5. Clover, you're like, I don't know, you don't pray to Telos. Zubrick, it's you know that different cultures have different symbols for the gods. The gods don't really care about what symbols you use as long as it is to them. The thing is, there are similarities. I mean, this does have elements of that, but from your understanding, you've never ever seen this symbol used to represent Telos. Like, and you've been to plenty of places where Telos might have been, you know. Also, from Tingle and Zubrick's standpoint, this place, even though a lot of it's better preserved, it probably feels, damn it, I broke something. It probably feels as old as the place where you two kind of met, in a way. Like ancient, like a lot of the stuff, like, yes, it looks much more preserved, but this place is old.
I think the water looking one would be the first one.
your logic there.
Well, the humanoid body is 70% water.
Sorry.
Water is connected to every land.
The intelligence. Okay. The intelligence check, actually.
Would
Okay.
that make fire C because it gives light?
Well, there's a light symbol already there with the opal.
I think the primordial bits.
That's the thing.
So I assumed it was water symbol, plant looking symbol, mountain looking symbol. And I'm
The
not
four
too sure what
corners.
the fourth one would be.
I'd assume
Oh
it's the
yes.
4 corners.
Yes. That's true. If you all want to jump, I'll touch the water symbol.
Wait, hold up.
It, by the way, the lightning fills the entire room. It doesn't matter if you're touching the ground or not.
Maybe if we're not
But it
wearing
can't be
metal, it'll be
conducted.
less painful.
I'll
But if it
conjure a
can't be
lightning rod.
conducted because we're in the air, then we don't get zapped.
It's fine. I'll just put a lightning rod in the middle of the room. Should be fine. It will trap the lightning.
Bloodbeard's gonna start stripping out of his metal.
Oh, stop
Oh.
that! No, we don't want
I've
to
got-
see
I've
that.
got-
That's
I've
just
got
gonna be the
clothes
last thing
in
I
here,
see.
you hussy!
Would make sense. I mean, at least from my perspective.
Makes sense to me.
Well,
Clover, can you give me that intelligence check?
Oh, sure. Bam. 10.
Okay.
I guess the fire symbol kind of works for the fourth line. You know, fire sparks curiosity. Whatever that
Zubrick.
means, I guess.
It just seems like you're stretching.
Zubrick.
What is there for me to pull?
You're reaching the fire for curiosity.
The thing is, the first 4 lines are in primordial. Would it not make sense to have all the 4 elements?
Maybe I'm giving you all the wrong information. You should trust me.
Zubrick.
Yes.
There is, with your intelligence roll before, this is telling a story. whether they fit to that, it's hard to make things fit. Like, you all been arguing, and Amelia does bring a great point. It doesn't fit, like, well. The lines purposefully aren't fitting well, or something's wrong about it. And you're looking at like the written thing. You know, you guys have written it on something, and you're all looking at the common right now. It's weird.
I think these lines might be jumbled.
When you look, actually, when you think these are jumbled, and you look up at the actual, you know, inscription, there's something you will notice. The first, the way it's written in those scripts, it's fancy, extremely fancy. The first letter, and then it kind of writes out the rest. Fancy, writes out the rest, all the way down.
AEFAWLS.
So is it amethyst?
Waffles.
Should we touch the diamond?
Yeah.
Or I touch the. All right.
Clearly, it's the third symbol, the one that looks most like a waffle.
No, it's a waffle because it's missing an F.
Waffles.
So it's the third one we should touch first.
No. Not based on
We're
the
we're not gonna get anywhere if we're not touching these things.
Yeah, but if we keep touching these things, we're just gonna get hurt.
I hope
Amelia,
you're
you
enjoying
go look at
this.
that door for a second. Just turn around and
There
look
is
at that door.
There is a comma in the bottom line,
Wait,
so
what?
maybe the S doesn't apply?
What are you saying?
Amelia, just turn around and look at that door. Tell me what it says.
No.
Just turn around.
You go look.
Okay, I'll go look. I walk over the door, reach into my sock.
You guys see?
He was way too distracted, still looking at the gems.
Yeah, I mean, you heard the loud, like, but that's
He's a little too focused on that
It's
weird
so dusty in here.
that's fine.
I'm back.
Hey Zubrik, have you written? Do you know what this symbol is? And he points at the obsidian one again. It looks so familiar. I can't think of what it is.
Have I seen something like that before, Pete?
Give me a history check.
Can I take the time and just, like, aside from that symbol, just study all the other symbols too?
All the other symbols on the gems, or where? Like, what are you
On
studying?
the gems.
Just
Because I'm not going to study the floor till I figure out these gems.
Okay. You study all the symbols on the gems. I mean, some of these are kind of generic looking. You know, they look like what they're supposed to maybe represent. But you could give me an intelligence check, or I mean, a history check.
Circles, symbols,
Can I
and
help him
gems.
at least with the obsidian? 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like he thinks it might be psychic or like divination. Or
Oh, yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. 24 with Emilio's help. You know,
Go-go juice is working.
you two are like bouncing off ideas, like, and Zubrik, you were thinking like, oh, maybe this has to do with like magic, schools of magic, but you're like, no, it doesn't make any sense. These are more like natural forces, because there aren't schools of magic that specialize in evocation. Is evocation, you know, whether it's cold or hot. A lot of these are just forces of nature or forces of reality. You also, Amelia keeps saying, this is familiar, and pointing out the obsidian. You literally look at the obsidian, and I know you said you weren't going to really like focus on the floor, but you take a step back and you literally realize that symbol is on the ground.
Well, I knew that from the start, but I figured it had nothing to do with it.
It's gradiating, you know. It's the gradiating symbol. It basically looks the same, but without, you know. But yeah.
So, do we have to like touch these in the shape of a rainbow, then the gradient circle, then white, red, blue, brown? I don't know. There's many conflicting things here.
Did Zubrick mention anything about the forces of reality?
I don't have a filter when I'm high, so
So
everything's
I'm
just
guessing
coming out.
yes. Well, that's interesting. Do you think either of these or any of these might be space or time?
Would it be the circle?
Yeah, the
Circle.
circle one.
Circle could be time. The stars could be space.
Well, I meant like space as in like space, not space as in outer space. The cosmos are something different than the space that we live in.
okay.
Space that we occupy.
With that mention, I need Zubrick to roll me another history check. I don't know if the drug give you this ability eventually. They're starting to kick in for sure now.
Oh, this does help. I'm good to history.
Oh, damn.
Clearly, Roll20 knows what they do. Peter,
Yeah,
so don't tempt
the
them
roll
here.
20 knows what the drugs do. They open up your fucking mind is what they do. All right.
Oh my god. This dude's sniffing Adderall in the corner and suddenly he knows everything.
you're you know, they're mentioning like space and things are like, you're thinking back and things are starting to click. You remember like in the ruins long ago, you know, you and Tingle found your little thing with, and Tingle learned his mechanotech thing there was, sorry, I need to make sure I get this right. There were murals depicting different landscapes that never could have existed in Særald. Plains of or cities made of metal, you know, plains filled with fire, demonic looking beings, or even creatures that you have never seen. Not only that, you all of a sudden remember that encounter you had before you got to the swamp and dealt with the witches. A hybrid looking individual that had features of a rabbit. He seemed to know, you know, Lawston, and she just appeared out of nowhere in a flash of light. You've also, with your studies, you realized there were things, you know, conjuration, they have to come from somewhere. Sometimes it is from the same plane. But that's the thing. That's the word. Plane. It's ringing in your head. Planes of existences.
Are these different planes?
And you're as you're looking down upon the mural, like that comes into your mind. You also see the inscriptions, and they are definitely telling a story. There are some historians that believe that way, like long in the past, there was only one God. Some see it as heresy. Others don't. There was an old tribe that you and your parents visited long before that still believed what's called the Weave Mother is what they called her. And you've never heard of a god like that that's being, you know, prayed to nowadays. And none really fit that. The inscriptions are telling a story. An old story. Dead story. And again, those first large letters stand out. That's all I can say. I might have to go to the bathroom soon, but continue.
I think the first 4 lines we were correct in our assumption. They had to do with the elements. regarding the different planes of existence: air, earth, fire, water.
Why do you say that? I don't know anything about planes.
Yeah, and by the way, when he's talking about planes, most of you would have no idea what a lot of the planes are. Emilio, you have a sense, like,
Hold on. He's right. It is air, earth, fire, and water. Because AEFW, right?
Go ahead, touch it.
I don't want to touch it. I'm scared to touch it. I touched it last time. It's your turn.
All right. Zubrik will walk up and grab the air-looking one.
which one is that?
It's the one that looks like the air one. I can't point to.
No, I know, but
I
like
mean the where is that?
second row, third.
second row,
third
3
one.
to the right, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you touch that one, and it lights up. Nothing happens. It stays lit.
Well, boys, we did it.
Boys and Clover.
Oh, Clover, you're still here. I thought you flew away.
This room's kind of getting to you, Zuber. Go on, press others.
All right. We thought Earth was the mountain-looking one, right?
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Assume so.
All right, I'll touch it.
Probably.
Touch it. It also lights up. Nothing happens.
All right. I guess then I'll just follow up with the fire one and then the water drop looking one.
Okay. All right. The first and the last one, you touch those in that order. And yeah, they both lit up. Nothing happened. You see
Okay.
4 lights now on this thing.
I'm still alive. The last two, God help me.
Now, I rudely interrupted you, Peter. What were you saying before?
No, it's fine. It's gone.
Okay, it's not relevant anymore. Okay.
No, it's not that it's not relevant. It's the planes thing. With your beliefs, you know, and the connection of things, you know, it would make a lot of sense, you know, that different planes would exist. Like there are different frequencies of different planes in a way that you would probably kind of understand more so right away than the others. I mean, the rest of you, like Tingle, Clover, and Zubrik, I mean, this is all there is. Særald is what it is. Zubrik's conjurations are spirits that live upon Særald that he's calling upon, obviously. You know? But yeah.
Now we just need to figure out what the last two lines are.
What they're saying really makes no sense with the planes thing. I'm just gonna say that.
So this is like a story. We're learning from these different places. And I don't know what farther shores would be. Would that be like...
This is Sylvan. What I've been told.
Yes, you're right. It is Sylvan.
Good call, Clover.
But the she it refers to, is that the she you were talking? Subik, what's wrong?
Just Clover walking up to the sun. This is Sylvan.
Yeah, it's like a kid trying to participate. Yeah.
Aw.
Why is there any
So you get there,
symbol
Subrik?
Dude,
Choking on some dust.
Is there any symbol that begins with L?
light, but don't push it. I just don't think the other ones might be. Are the ones of the last two lines also the capital, like the capitals fancy?
Yes. It's definitely different than the first 4, but the way that they're written is prominent compared to the rest of the lines themselves.
Well,
Here's
there's
a
light,
question.
but
This is a library, right?
Of sorts. A lot of the books and the tomes and the scrolls are definitely just destroyed over the years and some of the humidity that's seeped in here, but
I think Bloodbeard's just going to try to start looking through books at this point because he's not really helping any other way.
oh no, that's fine. Yeah, you could give me an investigation check just scouring through books. Whatever is like you might take some time doing this, obviously. So if you want the others to be like,
I think at this point, if Bloodbeard's like mentally checking out if they're talking about the planes, he's gonna start looking for a book to see if there's anything that says jumps out to him saying like the planes.
Okay. A lot of the books, the covers and such, again, like I said, are destroyed. Time, unkept conditions. A lot of it are just unreadable, but there are a few larger texts or larger tomes that are still semi-readable in the centers, like where the books have been kind of pressed together hard enough. And you find some of those and you start leafing through the pages. With the investigation, it's going to take you a bit to read it, but depending on...
You can come back to me if you want to.
Yeah, I'll actually start a little timer on my end, and then once a certain amount has passed, go ahead.
Do you think the farther shores refer to like space, I guess, like not the 4 elements that make up our world?
I don't know. I mean, the thing is, the other one has the S. And that could be space. But then there's just an L.
Lace.
What about sun?
Sun, but what, loon? There's no
supposed to be
equivalent to
the moon. Would that be what the circles represent? The gradient, the
It could
light
also be a
disappearing.
sun.
Can I
Depends
check
on how
that
you look
circle?
at it.
Huh?
Can I check that circle again? Because I never really fully studied the circle.
You go over to the circle. It's the mosaic, I'm guessing, right?
No, the middle row, first one.
Okay, yeah. You go over to look at it, and it's an obsidian gem that has circle that gets smaller, and that's carved into the gem itself.
Does that symbol look at all familiar representation wise?
Like I said, I can't really give you much more. You guys have kind of figured out a lot of this. When you're looking at it, you don't hear or remember anything from your past from the previous rolls. But you could give me one more history check to see if there's anything.
Sorry, Tristan said that's Sylvan in my head again.
This is Sylvan.
just echoing in his head now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little clovers dancing around his head.
All right. Yeah, like the first 4, it clicked, This one, you're not sure. It seems it's weird. You guys have to confer with what you can get for now. And if you continue to struggle a little longer, we'll see what I can give you.
All right. We know the first 4.
Yeah.
Air, earth, fire, and water.
By the way, at this point,
water's not related to anything.
the light fades from Alter Gems now.
It's the first letter of the lines.
Oh yeah, but what I mean is it's not related to the content of the line at all. So as long as we match it to the letter at the start, I think we're okay.
I mean, it's not to be matching the lines. It's like it's to match the whole story. So
Yeah.
it's talking about all of the elements that link us all. Reality links us all. So it's kind of what the story's about. Is this reality? But then it mentions a she. So that's what I was asking Zubrik about.
Yeah.
Is this the creation myth of our world?
Could be.
4 planes together. Then
Well-
it's something else.
Okay, so you mentioned a she. Who was she? You were thinking aloud. You've just been rambling for like the last 5 minutes. It's actually kind of helpful. So you meant
It is.
Sorry, my favorite in this whole campaign.
Like this mother of creation or whatever.
My favorite thing in this whole campaign is when Zubrik's high and goes, just
Yeah, the Weave Mother. She's basically, I guess, the origin point of all of your gods, Clover's gods, like mommy, and then babies and gods.
Still don't understand that, but okay.
Well,
It's
that's
like-
weird because I thought the origin of all gods was mine. Is it the same thing? I've never heard of the Weave Mother. Have I ever heard of the Weave Mother, Peter?
Give me. Actually, I'm gonna say this. Maybe not by that name specifically.
Yeah, because like the weave part is what's sticking out to him.
Yeah, like it does. Like many people do believe that magic connects through everything, and some people call the magic available that wizards and sorcerers and stuff pull from the weave.
She's known as the Weave Mother, the Braid Mommy. Multiple different names. Do I know any other names for her?
Wait, before that actually happens, I'm gonna tell what's called.
Bloodbeard?
Yeah, sorry. God, my brain's dying right now. I've spent okay, yeah. Bloodbeard, you find something interesting. This tome, a lot of it's destroyed, but there are the parts that survive. You're reading through it, and some of it's like a first-hand account almost. Like a journal. I don't have it right now because I never thought that someone was actually gonna go digging through this. But basically, the following, what it says in this journal is there are parts where you find that whoever this is, they're traveling. They're walking with allies, and someone called Alistair is going to take them where they need to go. And I'm giving you the general gist of it because a lot of parts are destroyed and you're kind of piecing together. And it talks about we are leaving the plane of Earth and headed somewhere called the Shadowfell.
Hey, Zubrick, Emilio. Do either of you guys know what the Shadowfell is?
Do we, Peter?
You could give me a history check with disadvantage. Even you, Zubrick, I know you have a wow.
Bloodbeard, you always red? They were blue.
No, that's the wrong humor.
Oh.
Do you think the humors are red, blue, brown, and white?
Yes.
Well, I'm not the stupidest one in the group. Sad that the
Sierra was
second
here to
one was
hear
next
this.
one.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
You say that, and yet I see apparently the stupidest one found out something you didn't.
The stupidest one didn't figure out the first four.
Well, the stupidest one figured out that the last one is the Shadowfell because it starts with the letter S.
Alright, well,
The only thing that looks shadowy is the gradient thing, so that might be the last one.
Well,
The
maybe
circly one.
maybe it's the obsidian one. Darkness,
Yeah.
shadow.
Ah,
Yeah, that's the one, yeah.
I mean, we're probably going to press that one for S anyways, but what the hell is the L?
I think it's the sun. It has to be the sun.
The L?
I'll bet my left hand
I
on
mean-
the sun.
The L.
I mean,
Okay, then
Where would the L
if
be
we
if
get
it's sun?
electrocuted, will we get to take your left hand?
You won't because you're precise and unprecise and sloppy, but Bloodbeard, go ahead.
I'm not unprecise and sloppy.
Zubrick,
I'm so proper.
can I do that as like an IOU? I really don't feel like taking your hand. You haven't filled me with rage yet.
That's fine.
Alright, then... Emilio's gonna press the first four in order.
Okay. And that would be which order?
Air, earth, fire, water. We have to keep copy and pasting the
No,
damn
no.
text. in the chat.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you press the same one, same four in that order. They all light up. Nothing happens.
All right. I'm gonna touch it
Which one?
out of the way.
Emilio's gonna back up and he's gonna jump when he
Which-
touches it.
Which specific one are you touching?
The only one that looks like it could be light, which is the opal.
Okay. You touch the opal.
Dodging and jumping.
As soon as you touch the opal, those of you who said they're gonna jump, they jump. The opal lights up. Nothing happens.
Hot damn!
Hot damn.
Wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
just
touch-
jump in for
I'm gonna
joy
touch the
support.
obsidian.
Okay. Clover, you reach up, touch obsidian. That one lights up in a weird way. There's like this kind of darkness emanates from it.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
But all the lights from the other one kind of get sucked into the obsidian one. And then you hear kind of like trickling water almost. You look behind you all for just a moment to see where the sounds coming from. The sounds are coming from. Sorry, it was on my end. And you hear where it's coming from. You see along where the pedestals are, not the pedestals are, the cubbies are, where these items would be, they start to kind of, the metal on them or whatever, if they were coated in metal or whatnot, they kind of melt away. Some kind of drip onto the floor, but then kind of get pulled into the shelf itself, adding additional little nodes and points to the ends of the shelf, like the corners of the shelves. And you hear the door unlock and open. You hear the same thing with the farther one.
You did
Nice
nicely,
job.
thank you.
Wow.
I guess my only question is now, is that like a? I still don't quite get what these planes are, but like a plane of light?
Could
I'm
be
guessing
light.
So. Yeah,
I
light
mean-
and then shadow.
Opposite, yeah.
I guess we'll figure it out in the future. I'm gonna go to that book that's now not meddled.
Okay.
I'm following along.
All right. Actually, let's take a break at this point because I really
Alrighty.
need to go to the bathroom. So
And
we'll be back, I guess. Thank
From
you.
info dumping to IRL dumping.
It'd be real
Yeah.
funny if Clover touched that last stone and
Ew.
just fucking killed me.
And then lightning struck. Yeah, I was like, ooh, they can't fail this much. So like, you know, but at
That was
least
like half my current health with the first one.
yeah, 10 points of lightning damage.
I
Yeah.
have 22 HP with the negative modifiers.
All right, we'll be right back.
That was actually really clutch. Oh, I was just like, guys, but that was really clutch, Adrian. You're the only other person here.
Yeah. What the hell are those squigglies supposed to be? Fog?
Which one?
The squiggly lines that are gray. It's the second last one.
I imagine it was like darkness rising out of like something.
That's what I thought too, but then the obsidian one is like shadow, right? So the hell is the gray one?
Oh shit.
It's probably the
Poison, maybe. There's all the
Well,
different Pokemon types.
or like
There
the
is normal
astral
type.
or ethereal plane. Or what's that
I'm
other
telling you,
dark
But
one?
it's gotta
wouldn't
be
that be
Pokemon
the light one?
Maybe it does. There's another dark one that's not the Shadowfell though. I just can't remember what it's called. The Far Realm? No, that's the alien one.
Yeah, but like,
Actually,
are these specifically all different planes? Like I know
I think so.
we're-
Yeah.
Hmm.
Except for the lightning
They're also
bolt. I don't know
like
what the hell
things
that
of
is.
reality. Yeah, exactly. Like they're all things of reality. I can see that more than I can see the plane
And-
thing.
in older editions and in some wheel cosmology, what you can face it, the areas where the elemental planes touch, there's it's technically like a different plane. Like they kind of overlap. So like, if a like the plane of mud would be like where the plane of earth and water touch one another. That strip is like the plane of mud.
Hmm. I'm still really angry that I don't know what that third one is.
Telling
hate
you,
that
it's
circle.
normal. It's
No,
Pokemon. It's all
stop,
Pokemon
it's
based.
not Pokemon. These
It's
are all
gotta be.
Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. It's 100% based off Pokemon.
What is?
Which
normal
one's
type.
dragon? Which one's fairy? Which
I didn't
one's
say you
ghost?
got all of them.
Okay, so what'd you guys think about that?
I liked
Alright,
it.
fine.
I liked it a lot, but I'm really angry that I still don't know what the third one is.
It's meant to be very hard. That one was supposed to be like kind of a free one for you guys to not really focus on, but that one was force.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know,
Then what's the
Concussive.
squigglies?
steam.
Oh god.
Steam, like a elemental.
I thought it was like maybe a fog or something. Okay,
Yeah,
that
well, it's
makes
very
sense.
similar. That's why the squiggly line below. I was gonna add 2 more, but I forgot, and I already took the picture, and I went 2 more squiggly lines. I mean, below it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to show water. But
Oh, I was just thinking like, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, I was by the way, I came up with the 6 lines like at night, like 3-4 weeks ago, like right before I went to sleep. I'm like, I think I could use this to tell a story. I think I could do it. That'll be cool. And I like wrote it down on my phone, and I looked at it in the morning. I was like, what the fuck did I do? What was I gonna use this for?
I couldn't stop reading the first 3 lines in the tune to Sweater Weather. It just kept getting stuck in my head.
I still think it's waffles. We're just gonna rearrange them, guys.
It's yeah. I mean, I'm glad you guys figured it out. I knew that you couldn't really risk too much more without it getting too dangerous.
Maybe it's like a cheat code system in a video game. If we type in other things, what will happen?
Maybe.
We unlock infinite gold.
But you do the Contra code.
I was gonna say, yeah, the Konami code.
Konami code, sorry. Yeah.
I'm gonna enter in a code for the ability to float everywhere.
I think the first video game I ever cheated in was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
That makes sense.
I found some codes online and I tried to use them.
If you
Mine was Banjo-Kazooie.
Nice.
if you PayPal Peter $30, he'll Game Shark it for you.
Oh shit. Infinite eggs. Nice.
I wish I had access to my original not Heart Gold, Pokemon Gold game. Because none of my friends believed me that I caught 2 shiny Pokemon. And it was a Pidgey and a Caterpie.
And we still don't, you fraud.
I had a shiny Noctowl in my Pokemon Gold.
Oh, nice.
It was my favorite Pokemon.
And
I would also caught I think it was a shiny Mantine with Pokérust, but then I didn't save, and my fucking batteries died.
Yeah, the save battery also dying and those things suck.
No, it wasn't the save batteries. The batteries in my Game Boy died. I forgot
no.
to save. Caught me by surprise. And like I was like hitting A real quick to go through, so then when it was talking about the Pokérust, I was like, wait, what? And then I couldn't figure it out because it was before the internet, and then never happened again.
Yeah. It doesn't really do anything unless you want to EV train stuff, so
Yeah.
it's a nice little extra side thing for those who really care about like competitive side things. Okay. So
I've never caught a shiny before.
really?
Nope.
They made it so much easier nowadays. Like there's some shiny charm nonsense, chain the things. I don't even care for the breeding method either. I just want to find them in the wild. Like that's
Back in my day, shinies
literally.
were rare.
I caught the Caterpie. I was so amazed because I saw it like it was yellow and I was like, you know, like mine was fucking blown. And then, you know, I'm a little kid, so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna evolve this thing. It's gonna be a gold Butterfree, and I fucking evolve it, and it turns pink, and I was like, it's just like the show. my head exploded. Like I was like, oh my god, it's like the show. It was awesome. Yeah.
Oh man.
I can imagine me as a child finding a shiny Pokemon and be like, ew, what's wrong with this
What's
one? And
wrong
then killing it.
I'm gonna release it. Who wants it?
It's ugly. I don't want it.
I mean, there are some really
Mhm.
ugly color versions of them. A lot of the water ones are quite ugly.
I knocked out the red Gyarados and I one hit KO it accidentally, and I hadn't saved in like hours before I fought it.
Oh,
So I just saved and I was like, no shinies for me. But then I ended up finding the Noctowl, and like when it popped up like in the old game, like it would like show up, and then there was like the sparkle
Yeah.
circle thing. I'm like, I'm like, I want this.
Wow, that's a really bad day.
I am excited to share with you some stuff.
Shadow. See, Shadow fell. Shadow the Hedgehog. That's all coming together.
It's all connected.
All right, I guess once Dylan comes back, we'll start it up again.
Dylan, stop pooping. Oh, he was just standing there.
Hoping.
Dude, staring and watching.
All right, I think everyone's back, so let's get right back into it. So, all right, you have the doors to this room have just opened after you figured out the correct sequence to press on this magical door. In the cubicles of the, by the way, is the music gonna change? Should I change it? Sorry.
I'll change it, Pete. Give
Okay.
me a fucking second, do.
Sorry.
What are you eating?
Bread.
Chips.
Oh.
Oh.
Why would I just be eating bread?
I don't know.
It's the-
He's
I
got
like
a
to just
mouth
eat bread
full of
sometimes.
bread.
People
He's
eat
not
bread.
just nibbling on bread. He's stuffing his face with bread.
I don't know. Some people
God,
like
my favorite.
some people like
I
that
love
Opening
shit.
that Wonder Bread, pouring it in a bowl, and bringing it to D&D night.
I only start eating like loaves of bread if I'm fucking blasted as shit.
All
I
right.
only do if it's like fresh bread.
All right. So, you have just successfully pressed the correct sequence on the magical door, and as you turn around and you see the metal that was fusing the items in the cubicle to the shelves melt off and reabsorb into the shelf itself. There lies before you a small trove of treasures. So, yeah.
I look you the book.
Okay. You get to the book right away, and you would see a large tome with 4 elemental symbols that you saw before of air, water, fire, and earth. And a not generic, like an intricate summoning symbol that kind of connects all 4 of them on the cover of the book itself. You see on the spine of the book, it reads Tome of Elemental Fusion.
Nah, this is lame. I don't want to look at them.
That's fine. That's fine.
No, I'm gonna open it up and take a look.
Okay. Yeah. There are a lot of weird arcane symbols and runes that you're not familiar with. But as soon as you open it, there is a you cast spells not too long ago. You used your lantern, right?
Yeah.
There is a light. The red light from your lantern emanates. You literally feel relief. You do. You feel yeah, like there's a satisfaction. Something right happened just now. And you feel a relief wash over you, and it's not your emotions. Like you found something cool, awesome, but like the relief should have happened when you guys defeated the trap, you know. So
I
and you
felt
all
somebody else relieving themselves.
you
through
all,
me. Is that
yes,
what you're saying?
yes, and you all see it too.
Zurich,
No.
what are you doing?
you all see the lantern light up and emit this bright red light around Zubrik, similar to what happened before.
I'll pick up the book and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, I gotcha. Tingle snaps his fingers, and a very confused little robot spider goes over to clean Zubrik.
Thanks. That's weird. It's never actually happened before, I promise.
Yeah. What is everyone doing? You see Base is actually waiting at the door for all of you and just looking curiously at everyone, at each one of you.
I'm gonna head over and inspect that belt because it looks like it might be magical or something.
Okay, you head over to the bell, and the leathery parts of the bell, they're kind of wide. It's greenish in color. It has these kind of mossy hide kind of texture to it, and at the center is a silver buckle that looks like the troll of a face. A face of a troll, I mean.
Well, let's see what this thing does. Ritual casting.
Okay, it's gonna take 10 minutes. Yeah. You cast.
It's time for Bloodbeard to put his armor back on.
Yeah. You ritually cast the identify, and as you do, you figure out that the troll. It's called the Troll Hide Belt, and this is it.
Ooh.
On-side troll belt.
Basically, it increases your strength score to 18, or increases your constitution by 2. So a max of 20 if your strength score is already above an 18. So it does one or the other. In addition, the belt's magic literally restores you in combat. You regain 1d4 hit points at the start of your turn if you have less than half of your hit points left. And it ceases to function for an hour if you take acid or fire damage.
Tingle just starts reaching across and slowly starts buckling around his waist.
Okay.
Why are you humming so loud?
Are you just humming while you're wrapping them around yourself?
And while Tingle was identifying, what was everyone else doing?
Before Emilio leaves, he wants to etch the symbols into his book, but especially the obsidian one.
Okay. You etched the obsidian one. You also look down at the circle mosaic that Zuber pointed out. That's where the symbol it's linked to.
He'll just draw those and like point to them and say what they look like. You know, fading, rainbow colors.
You make note of it. If you have to ever recall it, you can recall it. I won't be able to remember any of that. Tell you the truth. So
are there any other items that like Clover Bloodbeard could see?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys could go over to the other cubicles, or you could talk to Base, or you could do whatever. Tingle's gonna be occupied for 10 minutes, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you have plenty of time.
Everyone should look at some of the other items.
Okay. when you all look around, Tingle's already busy. Zubrik is looking at the tome right now. So when you all look around, the rest of you guys would find the following. On the potion rack, there are a few test tubes that seem, they have different kind of weird materials in it, which don't really mean anything to you, but there's two that stand out. One potion is a small vial, round cylinder potion with a wide cork. Inside the vial, there are 3 small beating hearts, all beating in unison. The next potion that you find is a small potion of crimson red liquid with a lot of like flecks of gold and like kind of shimmering sparkles that floating and swirling around in it. As for some of the other things, you also find a necklace that have 6 little individual small orangish like pearls attached to it. And you also find the instrument, and it's a lyre, a beautifully intricate lyre with reliefs of 2 faces facing each other, and the reliefs are in gold.
It's like Zubrik, but
Yes. Let's see. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I think that's it. That's what you find.
There's a lot of weird stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, a lot of other ruined books and scrolls and stuff like that. But
everything could be useful.
I feel like we should probably take everything then.
Smart man.
So there's a potion vial thing with 3 beating hearts. There's the potion red with flecks of gold.
Mm-hmm.
There's the lyre,
Mm-hmm.
which I wish I was a bard.
Yeah.
What was the 4th one there?
And the 4th one was a necklace with
the necklace with the pearls.
6 orange pearls attached to it.
Well, is there anything you guys want? Because I personally think that necklace would look absolutely fabulous on me.
I can take the lyre. I don't really know how to play the lyre, but I kind of know strings.
Maybe have Tingle take a look at those before you attempt to wear them or whatnot.
Well, I can't really wear a
I'm a
lyre.
little busy, but I can in a moment.
What are you wearing, Tingle?
Oh, nothing.
Finishing
it's
up, like,
pretty
buckling.
Cool, but yeah, it's I think it'll make my hair grow better or something like that.
Okay, can you at least stop humming so loud? It's kind of creeping me out.
Oh yeah. And Tingle reaches down and just starts stroking the belt and humming slightly.
Amelia just turns away from this.
My beard's gonna pop the necklace on.
Okay. Yeah, you wear the necklace.
Creepy Uncle Tingle.
Yeah.
Amelia's just going to take that lyre then if nobody else is.
Okay.
I'm not planning on taking anything.
Do you have your bag on you, Clover?
No.
Okay. I can probably fit that vial in my pocket. I don't necessarily know if I'll be able to actually hold it up. Let's me look. Bloodbeard will put the vial potion in his pocket, and he'll put the other potion in his belt pouch.
Okay. So
We can identify these later and figure out what they are.
if you fall, there's a chance that they might break. So keep that in mind. If it's in like,
Both of them?
I'll say just the one in your pocket. Like the belt pouch is a little more
Well, then
sturdier.
I want to put it in my belt pouch then. Shit.
Okay. All right.
Hey, if you want to, Emilio, while we're getting acquainted with these things, I could inspect that lyre you got.
He just like hands it over very slowly. Squinting.
Okay. Well, then Tingle will start identifying, and if possible, also take a short rest to attune.
Okay.
Not to the item he's holding, though.
When you identify this item, takes a while, and you attune to the belt. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it looks like and is. God damn it. It is called, I don't know how to say the first part of that. Bad with English, so you'll figure out that first part, but it's quite a sizable lyre. It weighs about 2 pounds. But it can be used to cast
Dang. It's only one of us who's a bard.
spells.
Yeah, none of us
Well,
are
I
bards.
have good news and bad news, Emilio. And unfortunately, it just isn't really gonna work with the magic you have in your body right now. So you can't really connect to it. But the good news is that the spell work weaved throughout this thing probably means that if you smack something like a ghost in the face with it, it's actually gonna hurt it.
First of all, magic I have is the same as everybody else's. Second of all, well, I can just sell it.
He's planting the seeds so that if Bloodbeard meets an untimely end, I can introduce Malcolm.
It's that, or you could
No.
literally sell it for a lot of money too. Magical items are worth a lot, and sometimes you don't have to hoard things.
That's true. That's true.
You don't.
And once again, you can punch ghosts. Well, smack ghosts with a guitar. But same thing.
Well, I just thought it was kind of cool looking. I don't know how to play it, but
You can attempt to. You could always attempt to play it.
he's gonna pluck the strings the same way he like casts magic and see what happens.
Okay. You pluck the strings. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh, this is great.
Ignore
Okay.
the disadvantage.
Okay. You take 7 points of psychic damage as there's a splitting headache that you get from this damn thing that you just tried to pluck.
Wait, remember, it's ignore the disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
17.
sorry. No, never mind. You succeed. Yeah.
Well, that was uneventful. We could just sell it.
Yeah, makes sense.
If
Lots of
we're-
money.
If we're doing a short rest and Tingle's, if Tingle can attune to his fucking belt, Bloodbeard's gonna make him identify the other 3 items that were found.
Okay.
You got it.
Tingle, you cannot take a short rest while the others can.
Well, shit, guys, we're gonna be here a while.
But you're busy identifying stuff.
Yep.
And you're identifying a lot of stuff. If it was one thing, I'd be like, yeah, 10 minutes is fine. But this is basically an
Guys,
hour's worth
This is
in
gonna
itself.
take a while, and I'm gonna be pooped afterwards, so it's gonna be a while if we want to do all this.
Like
We could
2
just
to
do it
3
later.
hours.
So like 2 hours.
Which one did you say? The necklace, right?
Bloodbeard
Oh,
was going to
sure.
do in order necklace, 3 heart vial, and then the red potion with gold flakes.
Okay. The necklace you learn is this. It's a necklace of fireballs, and it has 6 beads hanging from it. A lot of you are DMs, so you know what it does, but in a quick sense, you could pull one off, throw it, and it casts a fireball at wherever it lands. You could technically throw the whole thing, and for each pearl that's attached to it, that above 1, it increases the spell level by 1. So yeah. As for
Well, this is pretty scary, Bloodbeard, so have fun exploding and burning people to death.
I mean, I always do.
Yep, it's the only way to live.
as
You
for
guys are weird.
the potion with the 3 beating hearts, I don't have an image, but I just found the generic one to use, so here it is. It is called and some of the description on the thing is wrong. So it's called the Potion of Longevity, but it's concentrated. And-
This is a potion.
And the number on the description, it's wrong. I have a different one. It should, in general, it's going to de-age you most likely if you haven't drunk one.
Well, for gnomes, it might de-age you, but for everyone else, it'll probably just make you older. So, you know, if you want to risk it.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely, you can insight check each other.
So specific, Tingle.
I mean, you're not casting, you're not casting what's called identify.
You should drink it. I don't
I
wanna look
mean-
at your wrinkly ass face anymore.
Well, realistically, this is just something I could use to hold over him. So
You should let him drink it.
no,
Okay.
if it's only going to directly benefit him versus us.
Well, I don't think it's really a benefit. Well, it also kind of benefits us. I'm just tired of looking at him like this.
I mean,
Get a
if,
new
you,
face.
if that's what you guys want, I'll drink it, I guess.
No.
You're sure it only works on gnomes? I mean, Zubrik here could probably lose a few years.
Well, I mean...
I'm not going to disagree on that.
Oh, look, there's a little text that says it also could work for hobgoblins, but, you know, who knows, really.
I mean,
Okay, Tingle.
Like, I'm willing to
Haven't
drink anything right now.
why?
Super. Drink
My
the
mouth is
potion.
so dry.
Why is it so dry? We just came from an ice chamber, man.
I don't know, maybe
It's
it was
so
the
humid
stress.
in here. You
It's probably
drink?
the stress of touching all those stones at the beginning. And
Yeah,
whatever
that-
went
that
through
was
my
stress.
body a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, okay. Emilio will hand him a water pouch.
Yeah, your water
Nice.
skin. Yeah. Okay. I'll say you guys have taken a short rest. The last potion that you identify is a superior healing potion.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Oh wow, indeed. Those things are not cheap.
And now for my rest. Have fun standing around. Hey, maybe you guys can read books for a while. Okay.
Was this about 2 hours worth of waiting? 1 hour for the.
If you want to wait another hour
Rest.
to allow Tingle to have a short rest, then yes. But remember, the longer you take down here, Badman is alone in a room by himself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get up, Tingle.
Are you letting him have a short rest or no?
No, it's Tingle.
It's more up to the group at this point. I mean, you guys can do what you want, but
I mean, I don't mind all of us having a chance to lick our wounds. Yes, if Tingle's not running at full speed, that means that he can't necessarily screw us over as much. But on the offhand, if he dies, I am not strong enough to carry all of his stuff.
I literally just showed you what the stuff you have is. Like, I did just help you all out.
That too, but
He did.
I mean, there's the story of sometimes when you die, they weigh your heart against the feathers. So yeah, your heart got a little lighter, but like,
yeah, exactly. You
is it
owe us still
even?
a lot.
your heart got a little lighter.
His heart's basically a boulder on that scale.
I mean, what's saving someone from lycanthrope? Is that like?
Yeah, I think
How much
you
is
owe
that
us
worth?
a lot more.
I don't know about
remember that
that.
time we stripped you down and were like blasting you with water because you were just burning to death?
Yeah, but then I also remember you guys, like... What was that? You guys, like, buried me, and then you were, like, mocking me for a while?
Oh, please. Like, that actually hurt you.
We were mocking the werewolf inside of you. Wait, did we actually mock him? I don't remember that part. I remember
we're-
burying
What you guys did is you buried him with dirt to try to cool him down from all the heat, and then made fun of him for being buried. You guys did.
So funny.
It's
I mean, there was
exactly-
I
that-
don't remember that.
I do.
There was that time that you assaulted an old woman and then tried to blame someone else for it.
Well, actually, it was more that I did self-defense and then ran away.
Yeah, no, you were trying to extort her, so it really wasn't self-defense anymore when she was defending herself.
Oh, you're saying that I was trying to extort an old woman, Emilio?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that'd just be so terrible for someone to do.
Yeah, this is why you're.
I just imagine we're spending the short rest
I don't
just
think
like
that's anything you
Yeah,
do.
you're basically. I'm gonna give you guys a short rest, but you're doing so arguing amongst each other.
Yeah, we're arguing about whether he deserves a short rest as he's like lounging on the ground, like, yeah, guys, I don't deserve this.
Pulling out a screwdriver. Yeah, it's just terrible. Yeah.
Everyone gets 5 HP from Clover.
Okay, nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Thank you, Clover.
Okay. So,
And now, the main event.
short rest
Holy
is
shit! I don't have to use my hit dice then. Thank you.
all right. So, with all of you having taken 2 short rests, figuring all this out, taking another one, I guess, way back at the start, you all. It's been a while. You've been in this room for a very long time. But you decide, fuck it, keep going. By the way, both doors open. You guys can head back if you want. Well, what are you all doing?
I was like, real quick. Does Zubrik have his bag?
No, I left my backpack up in the lab.
With
or not the
Bedman,
lab, though.
yeah.
With Bedman, yeah.
Who has their bag on them then?
I do not.
I think Tingle also left his bag.
Yes, I did.
Do
I don't
you
think
have
anyone
yours,
brought their
Clover?
bag.
No one.
I think we all left our bags.
Yeah, Clover left. There's all the way at
Oh my god,
the town.
I forgot.
The town. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess on our way out, if one of us wants to grab this book, I mean, it seemed like a journal of some kind. Somebody
It's
writing
pretty-
about
it's a bit
traveling to the
heavy.
plains.
Yeah.
It's heavy, and I don't understand half of this, but this might be some good reading for you magic types.
I could
Oh.
I could carry it out if I see it again.
Bloodbeard's gonna put it in the center of the room.
Okay. You place it at the center of the room on the mosaic. And yeah, are you going deeper or are you going back? I need to know.
Let's go
Onwards.
deep.
Got it. You guys approach the door. Base looks at you like tilted his head and goes,
Are you moving on?
Yeah?
Yes.
After you.
You call yourself base number 6.
I am the bio-artificial consciousness entity. Next one
Yeah, but-
created.
Why not just have a name?
Base.
Why can't you just be like Jerry?
Base is my name.
But I don't know. It seems weird. You're just carrying on the same name.
Curious that you find that weird.
Does no one else find that weird?
Clover, did you notice this is written in Sylvan?
So we're done with that now.
Oh, sorry.
Drink some more water. I think the humidity really got to your head.
As you all are, you start talking to base, you start pulling the door open, and instead of the familiar kind of spiral staircase that you're used to from the other levels, instead this one opens down to a direct staircase downwards in a big room in front of you. It's a circular room with numerous piping coming out of the walls and floors. Many which are connected to the 5 cylindrical pods made of metal and glass that are leaned slightly on the other side of the room. The farthest 2 to the right and 1 to the left seem to be broken due to damage, wear and tear, and such like that. One in the center, one left from the center is open, and the other one at the center of the room is seems to be active, with dim lights illuminating the glass partition. In the center of the room, there's a clean, half moon shaped metal table with a flat side facing you all, with a single crystal hemisphere of 6 inches wide at the center, near the center far end of the table. What do you all do? And this is right before you step in. You just open the door and you see the stairway down and into this room, and you're like, that's different.
Someone prop the door.
Get the book. The big book.
No.
Oh,
Go
no.
to share it in half.
garbage. There's a garbage book.
Well, but the big book's so heavy.
There's plenty
These
of other
doors-
like old scrolls and books that you can use that are destroyed. If you
I'm
want.
not gonna use my own body to prop this door open. It seems like a bad idea.
Okay. Oh, what are you doing? I need to know. You're
We're
still
just
standing
grabbing a
on
bunch
the.
of old decaying books and shoving them in the door so it can't close all the way.
Okay, before stepping through, you guys shove this in the doorway. And yeah, I mean, you have to step over, but it's there.
Okay.
Walk
All right,
in.
let's go.
Okay, you step through, walking down the stairs, and it eerily kind of echoes in this room with each step. As soon as you step onto the ground floor of this room, you hear a voice. Welcome.
Sorry. Welcome back, Master Ruin. Error. Master Ruin not detected. Identifying potential threats. 5 unknown individuals with weapons, and 1 base unit number 6 identified. Directive Gamma initiating.
As soon as it finishes saying that, are all of you doing anything?
What was the last line it said?
Crap.
It said Directive Gamma initiating.
Oh, okay.
Bloodbeard's gonna start waving. Hello! We mean you no harm!
Okay, what is everyone else doing?
Tingle has his
Yeah.
shield up
Clover.
and is just panicking and trying to dodge behind his shield, like, oh god!
Okay, Clover,
Amelia's-
go ahead. Yeah. What was Amelia doing?
Oh, Amelia's like holding up his staff and like trying to get back
Okay.
out of the room.
All right. The door doesn't seem to close. Zubrik, I'm guessing you're not reacting at all to this. There you go. That's it. That's exactly what I'm expecting. As Bloodbeard and Clover, you all wave and introduce yourself to this voice. You hear and see small openings of pipes that just kind of come in, and they have lids, but they all, and like camera lenses, they all kind of like open up at the ends, and you see that it starts to hiss. The walls begin to hiss, like, and then it all of a sudden starts to die down. And then you hear,
Error. Code unstable. Use of defensive procedures will lead to facility failure. Cannot override primary objective. Error. Code unstable. Reverting to default mode. Intruders are to return all items taken and leave premises immediately. Base unit number 6, have you acquired a substitution part for the catalyst?
Negative. Primary directive was to maintain upper testing levels. Secondary directive was to find substitution for catalyst. Was unable to check in for security protocols for 632 cycles.
Negative. Base Unit 6, primary directives was to find additional substitutes for the catalyst. Secondary directives, maintain and log ongoing studies on upper levels. Furthermore, Base Unit 6 missed 368 security cycles. Conclusion. Base Unit 6 deemed unfit for action. Scheduled for reprocessing once the core is stable.
What is my new directive?
Power down and await reprocessing.
there is a silence from base 6, but base 6 doesn't seem to be powering down.
Don't you listen to him, Base.
You're
This
saying
guy
that
kind of seems like an asshole, Base 6. I think you're doing a great job.
Just become Jerry.
Yeah.
so you all are talking to base then, right?
Yeah.
Base
Oh.
base number 6 turns to you all and says,
Am I broken?
No, you're not broken. You're Jerry. Hey, no, you stop talking, mister. I don't even...
Power
Wait a
down.
minute.
Power
Prime?
down and await
How about you
processing.
power down?
Where's this guy's brain?
when you all are like talking to it, right before Tingle, you say, "Where's this guy's brain?" You hear Base go, like, you all are talking to Base and like telling you, like, you know, don't listen to him, blah blah blah. You hear Base literally go,
Error. Overriding last directive. Following backup directive.
and seems to just, it's not powering down. Base is just there. When
job, Base.
Tingle, when you ask, "Where's this guy's brain?" Base goes,
Bio-artificial collected conscious entity. Main core is 1 floor below.
"Is anyone
Well,
else?"
how about we just shuffle on down the floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna go give him a talking to.
It's up to you all. What do you do? Also, wait, never mind. Continue.
Wait. Hold up before we do that. Base Prime. I have an inquiry. What is this catalyst you speak of?
Catalyst required to maintain effective use of core. Further protecting this facility from any more damage.
What is the current catalyst made of?
Current catalyst is made of irradiated diamond, green diamonds.
And acceptable substitutes for this catalyst would be what exactly?
Lightly irradiated materials with crystalline, rigid structure.
Okay. Bloodbeard's gonna turn to the other guys. What does irradiated mean?
Radiation.
Well, to radiate means to
add
put out.
magic.
So,
All
maybe
right.
glowing?
I need everyone to roll me a d20,
Alrighty.
and I also need.
Oops. Ignore that one. That was a 12.
Yes.
20.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey,
Interesting. All
Good
right.
rolls.
And Emilio, since something about this room is definitely calling to you, can you make me a history check? And normally I wouldn't do this, but we had long hiatuses and stuff like that, so
Since it looks familiar.
with
and
advantage.
Okay, thank you.
And don't worry, there's this thing that I might be. That was a 1
Are
and
you
a.
fucking kidding me? A 1 and a 2?
Can I even
man.
give you anything for that?
I
Is
can
it
use my bountiful luck.
I brought up what I think it might be, but it's been so long, so I don't know.
You know what? With the bountiful luck, Clover, I'll allow it, even though
Oh.
it's not supposed to work in this way. Since Amelia already had advantage, we will allow it. Go ahead, roll another one, just a flat one.
History, right?
Yes, history check.
Let's make it a 3.
There's a 3 in it.
Close.
All right, Emilio. This seems familiar to a dream you had.
Is it the dream with the rock person?
I don't know. You tell me.
That's what I. It's been so long, Peter. You can't ask me that.
You didn't write it down anywhere?
I didn't write down what the room looks like.
Oh, okay. Well, the room looks familiar to that. I'll say that.
Okay. Interesting. I really can't remember exactly how the dream went, but he's gonna. I guess he doesn't remember either then. But
with what you rolled the first two and like the 13, yeah, it's
he just remembers like vaguely. You know how sometimes you remember parts of dreams, you don't remember exactly things.
Mhm.
So he's just he's gonna go on into the room then.
Okay.
See
I
if
mean,
he
you
can go
guys are in
downstairs.
the room already. You're standing
Well,
like
then he'll
I'll say 10
he'll go
feet away from the
downstairs.
deck. You're standing 10 feet away from the desk already when Base started talking to you, the big Base Prime. Did anyone else say anything that I was supposed to respond to? I think I did. Ian, you said something, but
No. Last thing, because Bloodbeard was talking to him, he said that irradiated diamonds would probably work or something with a crystalline structure. And then he was like, he looked at it, I was like, what's irradiated?
what the fuck is
mean? It was
irradiated?
like,
Yeah.
they're like radiation. Like people would know that in D&D. So Bloodbeard's like, the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Like,
might
I was
know
just
it.
going off the actual term, you know, so if something radiates, it means it's putting off something, and it's probably going to be light, because
So, like,
that
if-
makes sense.
It's like Clover, if you like guiding bolted a diamond, there'd be a radiant diamond? Or an irradiated diamond? But
I
that
think
doesn't
so.
glow green.
Hmm.
I think it would glow green.
Maybe
I
it's like
could
some sort of
apply-
poison.
I could apply a green glowing light effect to something.
I will
Maybe
think
it's
that
just
changes.
Secretly, Tingle's been running around irradiating everything whenever he does prestidigitation.
Oh no.
I just like Richard's like, I love this bacon taste on everything.
All intruders are to return items taken and leave premises immediately.
Okay, Emilio tosses the lyre behind him into the other room. He's gonna
It
continue
clangs
on.
and bangs into the other room, basically. Good thing it's magical.
He doesn't care. He's
Bloodbeard
continuing on.
Bloodbeard almost had a moment of hubris, but he's not going to.
You do it.
You see, like Bloodbeard looks like he's about to say something, and then he just looked like a moment of like, and he like literally bites his tongue, and then just puts it back in his mouth.
Well, I think the security system's broke, so let's just ignore it.
I mean, that's what I was going to say, but in a more aggressive way. So at least I'm not the one that said it.
I am planning to kill it when we eventually get to the floor below, so you know.
I mean, might be able to learn something more for it. Maybe have it have a change of heart. This base is cool. Maybe Base Prime could be cool. It's been way too long. We'll convince him he's wrong.
Yeah, like you're
I mean,
thinking.
realistically, like, I mean, he's down here, he knows stuff, but he doesn't know about what's going on up there. Maybe his objectives will change.
Oh, maybe we could just lie to him and make him think that we're like servants of Lady Ruin, and she's like passed on the mantle to us, and now has to do everything we want.
Is it really a lie, though? I mean, like, we kind of are beta testing these items for her.
I guess that's true. We're technically employees of Lady Ruin!
Okay, you say that, and you hear,
It has been over 1,000 security cycles since Lady Ruin checked in. Calculating possibility. Potential chance intruders are working for Lady Ruin. 0%.
Okay, hold up. I'm bad at math, but it should be probably at least like 0.0001, but that's where the technicality comes in.
My calculations are final. 0%.
I guess this thing is just broke. No wonder she hasn't checked in with it, so there's no point.
Goals align with hers of maintaining this, or yours of maintaining this facility, because so far, you have failed to do so. And it's spilling into the surrounding areas.
Necessary materials required to maintain this facility at a full capacity.
assuming since you're cooped up down here, you don't happen to know where we could find those materials, do you?
That would be helpful.
Negative.
Can Emilio peek over the edge? Staircase.
Yeah. Well, when you go to the semicircle, like, you know, up to the table, I'll say, you know, because there's a table, and then like 15 feet away from the tables are these pods. So you walk up to the table, and when you walk up to it, you see a small, from the semi like hemisphere crystal that's jutting out from the other end of the table. You see it kind of glow in this iridescent light, and then it shines something onto the table itself, and it's symbols of runes and arcane symbols. Just that seems to be like kind of rotating and reading out something.
Can he try to see what it's saying, I guess?
You could give me an Arcana check.
He'll also point them out to the others.
Okay.
Oh. You want some Oh, you already are checking. Okay. Maybe.
Okay. When you look at it, I mean, they look like weird magical symbols of sorts. You haven't seen a language like this. If anything, it looks like the language of like a language that wizards use for like magical nonsense.
Sylvan.
What? Sylvan.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Sylvan.
It's joking. Clover comes up behind me. It's just like, it's Sylvan. Emilio's familiar with bat, but he just doesn't know what it does.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen, if anything, you might have seen some familiarity with this and what your family that you were staying with have done, but that's kind of a stretch even then.
Yeah. Hey, Zubrick. You're a wizard, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you come read this?
I can't read Sylvan, I'm sorry.
It's not Sylvan. Clover was just being silly.
Don't know Sylvan.
I'll take a look.
Okay.
And I can help you out, Zubrick. I noticed your hands are a little shaky there. So hey, Tingle hands him a guidance scroll that says, "Dude, you're really high."
Dude, you're really high. This is how you hide it. All right, give me, if you're gonna check, Zubrick, give me an Arcana check.
Oh,
Nice.
sorry.
I think it's just an 8, right?
Just
Or
an
9.
8, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Nobody's
say.
helping me.
Okay. I mean, some of this looks familiar. Probably control stuff. Does things. Things like this do things.
Yeah, it's definitely magical, right?
I knew that.
Then why did you call me over here? I was busy.
Because what is it? What were you doing? You were staring into space emptily.
I was thinking about future plans.
Okay, well, this is kind of important to the present, so...
I don't know, something about some sort of control magic, I guess. I'm not too sure.
I can just get the directions. Tingle start unpacking Identify equipment and ritual casting Identify.
Okay. I mean, is anyone else gonna do anything within that 10 minutes?
Yeah, Emilio's gonna go check out the pods.
Okay. By the way, all of you have been kind of like hesitantly standing behind the table for sure, like this whole time. Unless you all say you're doing something, I'm just gonna think that you're just standing around.
I don't want to touch stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to touch stuff? Okay,
Nope.
that's fine.
So Emilio's taking Clover over to the pods.
Okay.
I'll follow, I'm not touching.
Yeah, you all, you two walk over to the pods. I'll say you were walking over from the left side. The first one, you see the glass is cracked and it was closed. It's cracked, and there's nothing inside though. The second one, the door's open. It doesn't seem to be anything's wrong with it. Just the door's open to this thing, and there is a relatively comfortable looking way to like semi stand and lean into this thing. But that's about it. The third one, when you guys get to the center one, when you get to it, you will see a large being inside. This person seems to be about 7 feet tall. He's naked and he's extremely muscular. He has alabaster skin and is behind this frosted glass that you can see in the pod. His hair is in the shape of short crystals, like that are supposed to be where hair is, of similar like alabaster texture or look to it. And he doesn't seem to be breathing anything. The pod has a metal plating in the front, covering him partially, and when you look at it, when you look at it closely through the frosted glass, you actually see upon his skin are cracks that have run across his entire body, like tiny fissures across his entire body. Clover, you're a life domain cleric, right?
Yes.
There's something there. Person's not breathing, but there's something there. You can feel something behind. It feels... Actually, it's weird that it's both of you, because Emilio, you have... Your senses are a little more finely tuned with some of the more abstract things, right? Clover, you feel something similar. There's something behind the glass, inside the pod, and not in a negative way. It's desperate. It wants escape. Both of you can hear it. You can feel it. Literally. It just wants out. It's been wanting out for a long time. It's not malicious, just desperate.
That person's still alive.
Yeah, Emilio's gonna like whisper this, but I'm not gonna do it over mic. Clover, I had a dream about this place. And I had a dream about these beings. I don't know what they are. I looked through Zubrick's book to see if there was any kind of race that he came across that looks like this, but...
And I will say, none of you have seen anything like this before, like any being like this before. And that, I know the other three didn't really get this look, but when you do see it, it's the same situation.
Can we release him?
I don't know. I kind of got the same vibe from the dream. I don't think I saw this guy specifically. I saw like somebody that looked like him, that crystal hair and the cracks and stuff. But I don't know. This place kind of scares me, so I don't know if we should be letting him out.
But they're desperate. I can feel it. They just want out.
I know.
Isn't that wrong to just hold someone?
But the thing is, like, what if
prisoner?
they're desperate to get out and, like, just go on a killing rampage type of deal,
Step
We don't
away
know.
from Project Alpha.
Hey, I was not talking to you.
Step away
Don't we
from
not
Project
like-
Alpha.
Don't we not like this guy? So shouldn't we do the opposite of what he's telling us to do?
I mean, at the same time, Bloodbeard like pops up from the other side of this. At the same time, even if we don't like this guy, he might have some good points.
When you look back at Bloodbeard, for Clover and Emilio, both of you would see that behind the desk is a heavy latch of sorts that the desk was covering, like not just from the view of the other side.
Like a latch on the floor?
Yeah, on the floor.
Hey,
I
Bloodbeard,
wonder.
Yes.
Look under the desk there.
Bloodbeard like goes over the desk and like looks under.
Yeah, you lean over, like kind of distorting the illusionary the illusion portrayed on the desk, just for the sake of me not trying to be a dick DM. I'll say you don't push any of the weird runes on it or touch the screen in a way. When you lean over, yeah, there's a latch there, one that you could probably like just open. It doesn't seem like it's been used in a very long time. There's some dust settling it, but that's about it.
Bloodbeard's gonna hop over the desk.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to inspect the latch for traps.
Okay, give me a investigation check, please.
No traps.
No traps, baby.
Does it look like it's locked at least?
No.
All right. Bloodbeard's gonna pop this motherfucker open slowly. Like he's gonna like pop it open and then peek inside.
Okay. You pull it open, and as you do, let me see. When you open the latch, it's pretty heavy. As you crack it open to about an inch, and you're low enough, and you crack it open about 3-4 inches, and you're trying to peer inside, you get a greeting of warm air, pretty hot air actually, that's just kind of coming out of there, almost like you're not a furnace, but like pretty hot room down there. And this room here is quite cold. You all could like see your breath in this room. Some of the pipes are absolutely frosted over, but in the room below, it's hot, and there's a warm glow to the room. And you see a very narrow staircase that descends into the room.
I didn't see any other staircase like in the room. Basically, this was almost like a dead end.
This is a dead end.
Okay.
This is the only other entrance of sorts that you found, other than one you just came in through.
Well, Bloodbeard is good doing that.
Yeah, you guys could talk. Sorry. Go ahead.
Clover.
Yes.
I don't know if this is a good idea, but if you want, I can see if maybe it would be a good idea to pop this thing open and get this guy out of here. See if that might unleash a terrible plague upon the world.
Sure.
All right.
I'd like to open it for multiple reasons. One, that person wants out. Two, they probably understand what's going on here, right?
I mean, probably not, but we don't know. We heard about the egg being like an killing machine, so we don't know what these things are, you know? So I'm just gonna talk to some things, and we'll see if it's a good idea. And he's gonna go over to a corner.
Intruders, step away from Project Alpha.
I'm stepping away from Project Alpha, and he's gonna go to a corner.
Yeah. You move your way to the corner. Base is all just like curiously looking at all of you doing this, just not doing really anything.
Emilio will wave at Base, and then he's gonna sit down and face away from everybody, and he's going to consult his star map.
Interesting.
To cast Augury.
Secretly pull out your map, and you're looking at the pages, and as you cast Augury, it for most of you it's pretty obvious that there's something going on, as like through some of the clothing you can see bits of light shining through Emilio's like back and around the neck area, up to the neck area. So what are you doing as you cast Augury? What's your question?
It like the light like flickers a bunch at first, but then once it gets like a solid good glow, he'll ask if it's a good idea to let this Project Alpha out of the pod.
Oh God. Okay. Unknown.
Well,
Unknown
Clover?
or Wheel and Woe?
Yeah, the Wheel and Woe. That's the unknown is the Wheel and Woe.
I got good news and bad news. Clover, it is literally good and bad to let him out, so don't know what that means.
Okay.
Clover, you're still staring. Like, you literally can't move away from this thing. Like, the way it's calling out to you, and you could feel it. You literally, it's hard for you to step away because it feels like someone so desperate is behind there. And every once in a while, you would hear Base literally go,
Step away from Project Alpha.
Hey, other base, Jerry, what do you want to be called now?
My name is Base.
Okay, Base, do you think it would be a good idea to let this guy out?
I do not know of Project Alpha.
There's
Bloodbeard's-
even from...
Bloodbeard's horn's gonna pop out from behind the desk. Hey, Base Prime, what is Project Alpha?
Project Alpha is the being. The being is a far traveler, also known as a realm walker, planeswalker, named Alistair. Was once an ally of Lady Ruin. Current condition, in stasis. Affliction, unknown. Cure, unknown. Stasis, odd condition, damaged. Life energy, holding.
So is it even good to let him out for his own health?
What's a planeswalker? Does
That's-
anyone know
that's-
Alistar?
Yes, that's the guy I was reading about in the book.
Oh,
I think it's when you have like a large open field and someone walks across it. You're walking across a
Oh.
plane.
What?
Base
Why?
did call it far traveler, realm walker, or planeswalker. That's what they're called.
Yeah, if you walk across a lot of planes, you're going to walk through lots of realms.
Yeah.
By the way,
So-
Tingle, you would notice that Bloodbeard found some sort of hatch downstairs at this point. I mean, no need to hide too
As
much
soon
stuff.
as I've got the directions for this table thing.
Yep. Go on. Sorry. Do your thing.
Well, maybe we should take a vote. Maybe not Tingle, because I feel like Tingle will always choose the evil option.
Oh,
Tingle,
hold
wait, you
on, I
identified the table, right? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. It's definitely been long enough. I know I kind of put you on hold. Sorry
Oh,
about
it's
that.
all good.
Um,
No worries.
the table is it's a control center for the stasis pods. The readouts are supposed to be able to control all 5 pods and manage them, open and close them, that kind of like.
Mm-hmm.
That's as much as I could give you with the identify spell. To find any more detail, you probably have to make an arcana check on the actual readouts and
Okay.
such, but
Well, because the one thing is it does tell me how to use the item that I use the spell on.
you would have to touch
So
the
maybe
runes.
I don't know like codes and
Yeah,
stuff.
you
but
would have know
know-
that you touch the
Okay.
runes to activate things or pull up different
Okay.
information.
Cool.
Well, I might make this place explode, but I might be able to open the pod.
Okay. Alright. How many people vote to open the pod? Raise your hands.
no.
No?
I want
Alright,
to
guys,
find out more
cut-
first.
Come here and feel the desperation, and then vote.
I mean, I felt a lot of desperation in my time.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. Alright, Zubrick, Tingle, get over here.
All right,
Well-
no. How about this?
Can I ask
Hey.
why you guys don't want it open?
Oh,
that's the
because I
thing.
might die.
I want to find out more. If they're sick with something and we let them out, yes, they want to be out. But if we let them out, they might just die.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of concerned about too.
Once again, I don't actually know how to open it, so we might all die.
But if they ended up dying from us opening up the the stasis pod, wouldn't that be what they want?
But we would still be dead if I do this wrong, so maybe not.
Base Prime, you said that the stasis pod is not working properly, but their life force is holding. Are there any pods that are functioning better?
All right, Juno is meowing at me. Yes, what do you want?
I want her to meow into the mic while the Base Prime and go like, no.
She doesn't like to be on my desk.
Good.
Other than to like knock things over, which I really don't like. So, all right. So when you ask, what was it? What was the question again? Sorry.
Basically, so it had said that stasis pod was malfunctioning, but it was
Mhm.
holding the life force.
Yeah.
Leadbeard was curious if any pods are working at 100%.
Negative. Most pods damaged. Life energy holding. The stasis pod condition damaged. Elaboration. Temporal mechanism damaged.
Okay. In your infinite number crunchology, which is apparently infallible, ballpark it for me here. Likelihood of survival if subject alpha is released for pod.
2%.
Is there... Okay, what damaged the pods?
The temporal
just the-
mechanism, whatever that is.
But what happened to the temporal mechanism?
Probably just over time.
Base prime. What happened? What happened to the pods?
Temporal mechanism only effective and tested for 500 years.
Oh. Okay. Is there a way that we can talk to the Project Alpha without him dying? Base prime?
All bodily functions inert.
I disagree with that.
In stasis.
It's sounding like if we just leave it be, he'll probably be fine for a while longer, but if we let him out, he'll probably die.
I don't.
Maybe that's your
believe so.
wheel and woe. Wheel. He gets out of the pod like he barely wants. Woe. He dies immediately.
I wonder if there's a way that I can touch him. Like, because there's glass in between, so I want to see if there's a way.
Step away from Project Alpha.
I love that I just leave the moral quandary to you all, and I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
This is
We also
what.
stopped listening to Base Prime.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. I kind of expected you all to just ignore him. He doesn't really.
What's he gonna do?
He
Come
can't.
down here and beat our asses?
Well,
no.
he would have to come up. Yeah.
Don't make me come up there.
Don't
like
make me turn this
spindly
lever.
robot legs just like coming up the stairs. Like, ah.
Oh, well,
Like trying to slam the thing on. I was like, no.
from the voice, it sounds like such a beefy man.
It's okay. I forgot to describe how the voice sounds. It does sound deep, but only because it's literally a ton of voices echoing upon one another at the same time, and it reverberates in this room from whatever source it's talking through.
All right, here are some questions. Base Prime, how many cycles, I guess, has Project Alpha been in stasis?
$1,063.
Um,
Security cycles.
Did Subject Alpha willingly surrender himself for stasis?
Negative.
Was Subject Alpha unconscious at the time?
Affirmative.
That would have been so easy, damn.
Zubrik, I need to know what you're doing. I know you're kind of spacing out, but they're talking about this being. I want to know what's in your mind right now and what's going on.
Probably right now he'd have the book open and he'd be going through it.
Okay. Are you just looking at the book? Okay. Sounds
What,
good.
So he has some sort of unknown affliction. What are some symptoms? What do you know about this unknown condition?
Only recorded information on file. Madness. Deterioration of body.
Was there any other God, what was the word? Not robot people that came in contact with Project or Subject Alpha that caught it?
Those who traveled with Alistair, Lady Rowan, Enno, and Melody. None have caught the affliction.
So probability of it being contagious would be
Potential chance. Potential chance of affliction spreading. 1%.
low odds of survival, lower odds of us getting the plague from him.
You know, if you guys really want me to, I'll open it up.
One second. Continue talking. I need to do something real quick.
Well, maybe you said that you can open it up via the table, I guess, right? Maybe we can pull up more information on him. Base Prime is just
Oh yeah.
not helpful.
I'll go check it out and see what I can find.
Dylan.
Sorry. Have to send one last day. Okay. What were you guys doing?
I'm gonna go look at the table and see what I can find.
Okay. You could give me an
about how
Arcana
to
check
open the
too.
pod.
Yeah, you can give me an
Alrighty.
Arcana check too to see if you can figure out how to do what you're doing.
Intuitive controls and you, a guide to weird technology. Normal.
Okay. You understand bits and pieces of this. Those symbols that you see that come up every once in a while, probably vitals, you know. You see one for with a 16. You think you know which one you need to press to open the stasis chamber. Not sure if that's the proper way to do it though. You're not sure if there's additional steps like turning specific things off or turning specific things on, but you think you figured out how to literally just go boop, it should open now.
Is there also perhaps any button that I suspect is more of a purge everything in the pods button, like at a big red, oh god, no, we gotta get rid of whatever we have inside these button?
You would think so with a situation like this, but surprisingly, no.
Wow, this place is shoddy. Okay. Well, I think if I press this button, the pod will open, but I don't know what's going to happen and if he'll, get shot into the sky because it's supposed to be depressurized or something. Okay,
Just-
whatever. Tingle slams the button.
Okay. Really? That's what you do?
Yeah.
Okay. You slam down the button. As soon as you press it, you hear like a long exhaust of hissing coming from the pod.
Project Alpha improperly terminated, attempting to stabilize conditions.
Tingle presses the button again.
Okay. There's a loud nothing happens. Like it doesn't actually do anything. Like the screen when you pressed it flickers to a different one and you're like the button's gone. How do I get the buttons back?
Okay.
And there are different buttons. You start clicking those. Nothing's really happening other than other things coming up. And you hear a loud hum and crackle of magical energy start to fill the room from the pipes. You hear a large shuddering explosion. And Bloodbeard, you were at the hatch, right?
The hatch
Sorry,
that's
sorry.
right under the desk that we were working on, then yes, I was right by the hatch.
Yeah. Did you leave it open by perchance, or were you holding it semi-open still?
I mean, if he's holding it and he hears like a boom boom coming from beneath it, he's gonna try to slam it down.
Okay. There is sounds of shuddering explosion underneath your feet. You go to slam it down, and all of a sudden something pops, like literally like a blast of concussive air blows it open. Roll me a D100. All of you see a cloud of unstable magic, literally like multicolored, almost like shifting things in the air. 74. Okay. All right. Okay. 74.
Are you looking up what I think you're looking up?
Yes, I am.
Yes!
So can you roll me, Bloodbeard, can you roll me a D4, please? Okay. Tingle.
Mm-hmm.
You feel sick to your stomach.
Oh, God.
You're poisoned for
Oh, no.
3 hours.
Oh, no. Oh.
You feel
What was in that
nauseated,
dust?
sick.
Oh.
Okay, I need to continue this part. You hear all this starting to go off beneath your feet. Things aren't going well, whatever's happening down below. You see the door begin to open, like unhatch a little, and then start to like creak open as the frost on the inside has started to literally just start to disappear already. But Base Prime is saying this.
Warning, core critical. Warning, core critical. Facility failing. Project Alpha terminated. Security protocol Epsilon activated. Elemental reinforcements and testing levels turned off. Cryogenic capsules in sublevel 3 activated. All security functions deactivated. Base consciousness cores to terminate in 10, 9.
And wait, yeah, as right before, like while this is all going on, while it's literally going through the list of saying stuff, the door blasts open. The being doesn't move, but there's a warm, explosive light, like a nova, like a ring cascades from this thing, literally rippling its way through all of you, base included. You all feel in your minds, pray, it's warming. You feel liberated. There is an emotion of elation that washes over all of you, and then it just disappears. It fades. There's a warm glow about all of you that still lingers, and even Base, surprisingly. But then Base Prime starts to count down. 10.
Guys, I think we should leave.
8.
Where?
Yeah, time to run.
7.
What about Project Alpha?
Oh, he's
Everything's
free.
dead and gone. Bye.
You when you look, Emilio, you go, what about Project Alpha? You turn and back to look at him. I rolled the D100 already. The person isn't moving. But you swear, can you give me a insight check? Oh, whoa. Okay. But you swear there's a faint smile to his face.
Looks like he's good. All right, let's go.
His body starts to literally crumble to dust.
Oh my god, that is not good.
As you all start to run out of there. So, as you begin to run, I'm guessing because all of you were very explicit on trying to do that. Base, you guys get to the stairs, turn around. Base isn't following. He's just looking around.
What are you doing?
What is my primary objective?
Your primary objective is to
Live.
help us get out of here and then join our guild.
Affirmative.
Literally starts running right behind you.
Yes!
You guys, you have made an ally of Base just by simply telling him what to do. Yeah, you all start booking it out. You run into sub-level, I got it right, sub-level 6 now, which is the library. What are you doing?
I'm grabbing that book.
Okay. As you run by, you hoist a heavy tome and you start carrying it. A lot of the pages in the front and back start to fall out because it's just falling apart. But you're trying to at least keep the center pages folded and held together. When you guys get to the staircase on the other side, you realize all the doors are open. When you guys get to the staircase, you start climbing up. The doors to the corroded, humid room, sub-level 5, are open. Unlike every time you approach these, they had to be open. They're all open. When you guys get to this one, you see the fissures are larger now and they're kind of falling apart. I need all of you to make acrobatics checks as you attempt to jump across some of these larger fissures.
Eve Hope. Zubrick, you can re-roll that.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. Acrobatics.
Was it acrobatics or athletics?
I think he said
Acrobatics.
acrobatics. Yeah.
Okay.
Normal acrobatics.
Well, it's better.
There is.
Oh, hey, wow.
All right. So,
Let's see.
Bloodbeard, you go to jump, but there is a bit of water in front.
Nope.
Oh, that's loud.
Hold up. Yeah, that was very loud.
Bro, you hear, you see that bit of the water that have made it through the broken terrarium on the other side have made some of the ground slick. You go to jump to the other side, your foot slips and you slam onto the other side, chest up, and you're sliding off and falling into the fissure. The rest of everyone else with 15s and above actually managed to jump pretty handedly over. I'm going to roll for... I need to roll for base. There it is.
Does base have those hops?
Yeah, a 24.
Oh, jeez.
Base makes it across perfectly fine. And is anyone helping Bloodbeard? Because otherwise, Bloodbeard, I need to know what you're doing to try to get up, or if you're just trying to climb up.
Bloodbeard's gonna try to fucking scramble up.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna help.
Okay. How are you helping? Just like grabbing his arm, pulling him back?
Yeah, I drop the book and just try to grab
Got it.
him, hoist him up.
You drop the book. You all feel the ground beneath your feet shake and tremble much even more. Clover, you and Bloodbeard are staying a little behind as everyone else continues to kind of run up. Give me a athletics check with advantage from Bloodbeard. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Clover.
Nice.
You literally like pull him out of there. He gets to his feet right away. There's no scrambling, and you guys book it right behind your allies.
Thanks, buddy.
As you guys make it to the spiral staircase leading to the frosted habitat, you get to the top, and Emilio, you kind of have to put your shoulder into it, as the door is still closed, but probably due to the ice. With Tingles, like pushing on it too and shoving on it, it opens relatively easily with no checks. But on the other side, you see the golem before you. You can see that the room is still holding, and it has no real cracks or so, but you could see some of the little spirits, the ice spirits have like methods have crawled out and formed more of them along some of the ice walls, and they go and they're like, look at him. And Primordial, the one that you can understand them, go, they're back, get him.
Bloodbeard, can you throw one of your pearls at them?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you literally from the necklace, you pull off one of the beads that you just got, you hurl it, and it lands on the point where the ice golem and some of the methods are. Can you roll me 8d6? 60 points of damage. Cool. I'm not even, yeah, you know what? You use the magic item pretty effectively. No, like, yeah, they all kind of like and melt away. You actually,
I need to know how many there were.
okay, let's see. I'm gonna roll a
Full kill count.
I'm gonna roll 2d4s for the method. There were 7 methods and a single golem.
Oh, geez. Nice job.
The room here isn't as cold as it used to be, actually. So it was even more effective, because before, it would actually neutral out, because it was so cold it didn't really matter too much. But as you are finding your footing, you hear another explosive rumble, and behind you another more like colorful spray of magical clouds burst out. I need all of you to roll me a d100.
Alrighty. 45.
45, 93, 45, 70, and 79. All right. Going down in order, Emilio. You go to take a step, and all of a sudden, your feet pushes off, and the second step doesn't touch the ground. You think you slip for a moment, and you go to run with your other step, and you're not touching the ground. You're hovering in the air, and you're like, oh shit. You're not actually touching it. You're like 4 feet off the ground at this point.
Anybody close by for me to grab onto?
Before that happens, I want to read out what happens to everyone individually. Bloodbeard. Oh, this might be bad. Bloodbeard, your size increases to a large size for the next minute.
Boy season.
Yep. Tingle. Oh, surprising. You also start to levitate similarly to Emilio. Zubrick. Oh my god. Everyone turns invisible. Everybody turns invisible. So some of you have gone and started to levitate. Bloodbeard, you grew big. Zubrick, everyone goes invisible at this point, and everyone also disappears at the same time. Clover, finally, you. You're the only one that's visible. in a way, because around you, illusory, beautiful butterflies and flower petals are floating around you.
Yes.
So thematic for you. All right, what is everyone doing? You're on the one side of this ice room. I need to know what everyone's doing.
Tingle's gonna be saved by the power of friendship. He's gonna take the friendship bracelet, drop it in front of him, and cast catapult on it right into his chest towards the door.
Okay, so you're levitating, you can't touch the ground. You literally drop catapult and you cast it to catapult into you to launch you in the direction. I need can you give me an intelligence check to see how well angled this shot is? And deal damage to yourself with the catapult if you want to be launched the full distance.
Yep. Intelligence check. If
okay.
Catapult. I'm using just one because I'm not insane.
That's a lot still. Yeah, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage as the friendship bracelet impacts you in the chest, launches you in the proper not the proper direction, but basically up into the ceiling, and you kind of bounce off of it and like bounce back towards the ground. You made it in the general direction, but not far. You made it like 15 feet.
And I'm no longer invisible. Maybe.
Yeah, you're no longer invisible. You made an attack. You all see, let me make sure that the invisibility, which one was it? I think that was 70. Next.
Yeah, 70.
Yep. So it's just you. Tingle all of a sudden becomes visible as soon as he casts a spell, and he gets launched into the ceiling and into the floor and then bounces, but you're still levitating.
He vomits up a little bit of blood and bonus action temporary hit points himself.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? You know what? I'm gonna start combat because I need to keep initiative for this. Why can't I start combat? Uh-oh. Did I break something?
Combat's not allowed.
Guess not. I'm gonna restart roll 20 on my end, but yeah, let's just go down the line.
I might be able to start it for you here.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everyone, please roll initiative.
Alrighty. Click on my token, wherever that is. There we go. And initiative. Hey, not bad, everybody.
Wow, none of my things are working.
I had to restart anyway then.
Yeah, I mean, none of my macros are working. That's really annoying. Wow, what the hell? That's fine. I'll just do it the classic way. That's okay. All right, so base. Actually, I need to roll for base to see what happened to D100. 38. Oh, flumps appear. They're gonna disappear in this place right away. 1d6. Well, let's roll it. 1d6.
Flumps.
All 6. 6 flumps appear, and they're frightened of base. They vanish after 1 minute. Okay, cool. As you see these kind of jellyfish creatures start to scatter away from all of you, you all are running. So I'm going to do this here. I know we're going to use the map. So Clover, there we go. All right. Can you all see the map?
Yes.
Hey, what
No, this is so big.
I
But
know.
I'm blind, so.
Oh, that's true. I will give you a source of light, so don't worry about that.
Oh, and is Tingle
Okay.
where he was catapulted to?
Oh my
Tingle
God,
was
big
here.
emotes.
1, 10, 15. Yeah, right
All right.
there. And
Cool.
let me pull up the battle map. There we go. So you all are trying to make it to the other side of the room, really without a problem. I'm going to let everyone act first, like do something, and then we're going to go in order from that. Base is just going to start walking, but following pretty close to whoever's going to go. So Base is only going to move after you all move. So anyone else doing anything? Tingle already did his thing. Zubrik, Clover, Amelia, Bloodbeard. What are y'all doing?
Emilio is gonna reach for whoever's closest to him, but
Probably
now that
Bloodbeard.
now that everybody's invisible, he's just gonna like reach blindly to see like where they used to be.
Okay, give me a dex save to see if you manage to grab onto Bloodbeard fast enough. When he grew big and probably bumped a bit into you. Yeah, you kind of got bumped. You're like, what the hell is that? You know, like you were invisible. You saw him starting to grow and then turn invisible. So you have no idea what's going on, and you're just kind of floating there in the middle of the room still. What are you doing?
Is that if he's close to any walls? Is he?
No.
Actually?
You're like floating 4 feet off the ground, and there's still some room above.
Then he is just going to. I did not take any decent spells for this day. He'll just cast a spell magic on himself then.
Okay, you cast
Nice.
spell magic, and the levitate spell wears off, and you are, yeah, no need to roll. It wears off, and since you didn't attack, so you're still invisible. I'll say you could choose which one.
Cast a spell though. If you cast the spell, it's the action.
It says.
Wouldn't that drop invisibility?
Oh, it says cast a spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, invisibility drops. You're on the ground. That was your action.
Then he's gonna just start running.
Okay, start running.
Let's
I
see.
need to know what the other 3 of you are doing.
Bloodbeard is getting out of dodge.
Okay.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, dash, 25, 30, 35, 40, cunning action dash, 45, 50, 55, 60, dexterity saving throw.
All prone. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Well, even with your massive size, you're just hulking along on Zubrik and Clover.
I'm gonna gesture to Base. Follow me, and
You gesture invisibly.
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm visible, and then use my action to dash.
Okay.
It is 50 feet.
Go ahead.
Get right beside Amos.
All
I'll
right.
probably just bump into Amos.
Yeah. Zubrik.
Invisible Zubrik's gonna run up to Tingle as he's laying on the ground from his own catapult, and he's gonna say, "Tingle, everyone's running. Not too sure why. I'll stay here though. You seem tired.
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up!
I will help him up."
Okay.
He's floating in midair right next to you. Because he's still levitated.
Oh wow.
All
This is
right.
weird.
Base
Grab on.
moves.
Okay.
Tingle grabs onto Zubrik's belt.
Base moves here. And that's his turn, and then we're gonna go follow initiative order. Amelia, what are you doing? Oh wait, at the start of the turn again. Another kind of blast of explosion happens, but I need Zubrik, Tingle, and Amelia to roll D100, as it only reaches about halfway into the room. 67 and 24. 60. Oh, Emilio, you recover your lowest expended spell slot.
Oh, nice.
7. Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Tingle. Your skin Tingle, your skin turns a vibrant blue, like Blue Man Group blue. As soon as Zubrik, you see Tingle's skin turn blue, you go to say something, then all of a sudden in front of you a little bead of orange light appears. And you see
Oh no.
I need Zubrik, Amelia, what's the range on it? 30-foot radius? 20-foot radius?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I need Emilio, Zubrik, and Tingle to all make deck saves.
Yay!
20. Oh my god.
Oh,
These rolls today.
my god. Okay. Let me get this out. Let's do this. Damn. Done. It is Emilio and Tingle. You both take 30 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
Zubrik, you take 15 points of fire damage. Is anyone still up?
Yeah, Tingle
Just
is.
barely.
Okay, that's fine.
Later.
And now, since base went, Emilio, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Oh my god, after a blast like that, he's not gonna take the chance. He's gonna cure wounds himself.
Okay,
Um,
that could have been
He's gonna-
real bad.
it could have been real bad. He only has 32 hit points.
Oh my god.
So he's casting that.
Oh, okay. Wait, no one dropped. Continue.
Yeah. That's 9, right?
Yeah. 9 total.
Then he's just gonna keep running.
Oh, say something.
Yep.
Say something.
Juno, speak into the mic.
Don't do that. No, that's my mug.
That's not the mic. That's a mug, Juno.
All right. So,
Oh, oops. I meant to run this way.
okay, you heal and run up. Next is Zubrik. Zubrik, you just saw a fireball that was cast right in front of you. You managed to shield yourself fast enough, but not so for Tingle and
Tingle, did you see me dodge that massive explosion by standing still? I think it's just what around me. Oh shit. Yes, hold on. And I'll start running with him holding onto my belt.
Okay.
Tingle's face looks like that
If-
Extua Quispy guy.
What quickly?
You
Tingle, come here.
Tingle is moving, basically is being dragged along with you. So
Ah!
Yeah, because he's levitating.
yeah, he's levitating.
He's coughing up soot and
I still have an
smoke
action,
the whole
don't I?
time.
Yes, yeah.
I will dash.
Okay.
Which one's the door, north or west?
This right here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Later, losers.
Okay, you got
Tingle, we won.
You dash through. Clover, what are you doing?
I'm getting over to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting over to here, seeing that Emilio and Tingle are both beat up, and both of you heal 12 HP.
Life cleric, am I right?
And Zubrik can go fuck
I don't
himself.
even want to ask like what do you do to heal? And it's like it's a life cleric. What do you expect?
Most of the time, it's my channel divinity.
Yeah.
I got so many long rests or short rests.
All right. Tingle, you're still levitating. It's your turn.
Well, no time like the present. Get to work, guys.
And Tingle's going to cast second level Cure Wounds on himself as little mechanical spiders with needles and threads start trying to stitch together his deep fried flesh.
Okay.
at 2nd level.
All right.
Good
17
deal.
points.
And it's nice having 3 people with cure wounds in a party.
And bonus action.
Temporary hit points. Please apply more gauze.
All right. It is now Bloodbeard's turn. And I'm guessing everyone will just mostly run, but we'll see what happens. Emilio's still back
15,
there.
20, cutting action, 25, 30. Can I fit through this door?
That's the question, isn't it? Can you fit through a narrow hallway? You will have to give me an athletics check to fit through the spiral staircase at your current size.
Don't worry, I'll lube you up.
You get to the door, you can fit yourself in through the doorway. It's just making your way through the spiral staircase would probably be hard as hell.
Well, I can get through the door at least.
What can I do to drop invisibility?
Tack tingle.
Yeah. Literally, I was going to do it. Let me uncheck sneak attack.
Oh no.
Bloodbeard's gonna be like, Emilio! Or like, Emilio! Make me regular size again! And he's gonna attack Tingle.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
That hits and it deals.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm not actually doing it, but oh, that wouldn't be that bad.
No, 7 points of slashing. So you guys would all see Bloodbeard's massive form appear.
Wait. Doesn't it do an extra D4 damage?
It does.
It does.
This
So
is big.
no, 11 points of slashing damage, and you literally are blocking the way for the rest to enter at this point.
Ooh.
That was Bloodbeard's turn. Base is gonna stand right beside the door. And wait, because Bloodbeard's literally blocking. I'll say it's like this. And now, at the start of the turn with Base, before Base moves and all that, area of effect, I need Bloodbeard, you're just outside. Basically, Base, Clover, and Emilio gets to roll D100s.
Don't roll a 7, guys.
Don't roll a 7. 55, 51, 66, and 26. Okay, let's see. 51 for base. Spectral shield hovers around you. Base has a spectral shield, increasing his AC by 2 for the next minute.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Clover, 66.
Is that? Oh, I really hope that isn't what I think it is.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that real quick. Emilio, because this is gonna reveal. This is gonna reveal. Oh no, it's what you can see. Okay, never mind. Emilio, 26. An eye appears on your forehead for the next minute. During that time, you had advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. Yeah, you
I was
gotta.
gonna say.
You literally
Can
got.
he just see better?
You literally got a third eye, and you can see better. That's it.
Like he didn't have one before.
A literal third eye. So, Clover,
Yeah.
you feel this crackling of magical energy that just
Oh no.
comes from within. You have to expel it somewhere. Normally, if there were enemies, you could probably go zap, 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 you know? But all you see is Bloodbeard, Base, and Emilio. What are you doing?
Can I target it to myself?
Yes, but there's 3. You need to, and you're not, I'm not going to tell you how much damage it's going to do. So tell me what you're doing.
Seeing that Emilio was hurt beforehand, I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry, Amos. And 1's going towards you, 2 to me.
Okay. You point the magic at yourself, direct 2 at yourself and 1 towards Bloodbeard. All right, let's do this.
I have sanctuary if that means anything.
Not really,
Do I
because
have to make
you're-
a wisdom save on my own self?
no, because it's just the magic is gonna hurt you.
You don't make the save, and then you go, oh, I guess I have to attack Emilio.
Okay. Bloodbeard, you take 22 points of lightning damage.
Oof.
And Clover, you see the immense amount of magic that comes out of your hands at Bloodbeard, and you're like, no, I can't, like, and you focus it in on yourself. You're gonna take 16 points of lightning damage, and then the last final wave of this energy comes, and you take 22 points of lightning damage.
I'm unconscious.
Ooh.
I need you to make me a concentration saving throw, or a lingering injury check. You're fine. You are unconscious though, and we are continuing with the initiative. Base moves up to this point. I need to know what Amelia, what are you doing? You see Bloodbeard is
Giant
is
and yelling at
giant,
him.
literally blocking the way for you to all move forward.
I know he's giant. He's yelling at Emilio to make him small, and now Clover's just passed out.
Yeah, you saw Clover like unleash this torrent of electricity at Bloodbeard and then rest at themselves.
He's gonna healing word Clover. And I don't know what he's gonna say. There's so much going on. Please get up. I don't want to be here anymore. And he's gonna use his action to dispel magic on Bloodbeard.
You can't.
Then
'Cause
that's
you
just a
can't-
wasted spell slot.
Well, no, you can't cast two spells that require
In a turn.
in a
Right.
turn. You can choose one or the other unless you had like quicken spell, and even then you could only do a cantrip and a spell.
Alright, well, like healing word was his bonus action, so he's just gonna shove Amos's fat ass through the door.
Okay, you push against Amos. Bloodbeard, on your turn, you might have you will have a slight like bonus. I'm not gonna say advantage, bonus to like push yourself in and up through the staircase. Zubrik, and yeah, I'm guessing you're just gonna keep moving forward.
Seeing Big Boy stuck in the
Yeah.
doorway.
Oh no, here it comes.
He turns around, puts his hands like
This is
underneath
such a bad
Amos's
idea.
jacket collar. He goes, just trying to shimmy through, and he's gonna cast grease like all up in his body.
From your hand, this spews forth this greasy concoction coating Bloodbeard entirely in your Zoob Lube. Okay. Interesting.
And then I start running.
This is gonna make the staircase another hurdle.
What do you mean? He's like a 10-foot tall person. It's
No,
a
no,
10
no.
foot.
He's fine.
Yeah, it's under his clothing, so it's gonna seep through. Does this
Exactly.
grease shoot all over the place out of my hands under?
It would probably drip through his clothing and onto the floor too.
I'm gonna leave like a snail trail going up.
All right.
Tingle, it's your turn.
Why did you stab me?
It was worth it.
Dylan, I'm gonna say this: it's a 10 by 10 square foot area normally it covers. That's a basic bedroom floor. So imagine that much amount of lube to flip,
Well,
trip people
also
up.
Bloodbeard. I mean, he's. Oh wait, no, that's 10 by 10. Never mind. Yeah, it's. I guess a bit bigger.
So it would basically like cover you and some of it.
That's
would-
fine. Their dex is high enough.
Yeah, they're fine.
Over.
All right. So Tingle, what are you doing?
Tingle is going to bonus action, temporary hit points.
Okay, heal
and
yourself.
Then main action, just cry a little.
As you're being dragged up like a balloon with Zubrik.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Bloodbeard, it's your turn.
Yes,
You are stuck in the doorway. What are you doing?
I'm gonna Zoob lube my way up there. Just
Yeah, you start trying to grasp onto the stone, pulling yourself up, pushing with your legs. Give me an athletics check. I'm adding a modifier thanks to. Yeah, you start pushing yourself up. There's probably enough space for 2 people. Like you make it like 10 feet in for the others to like squeeze in.
All right.
Okay, so
I was like, is there any way I can like use my action to like dash pull myself? Like,
you could try. I'll say you could try again. With your dash action, or like the bonus action. Give me another athletics check. Yeah, which gives it an enough opening for the other to definitely make their way inside here. At the start of the round.
basically, I'm gonna use as much energy as as much of my whatever as I can, just pull myself as far as I can. So
Yeah.
Just,
At the start of the round. Unfortunately, for the other 3 that were still left behind, I need you all to roll me 1 more D100.
Ready for another 66, guys?
Close.
Okay. Emilio, 83. Oh my god. Emilio, within 30 feet of you. Bloodbeard would probably still be within 30 feet.
well, you said because I
No,
did 10 feet
yeah,
the
10
first
feet,
time,
and then
10 more feet.
10.
So I'm 20 feet from this point.
Yeah, so no, you're just out of range. Okay, interesting. Base and Clover need to make no make. It's just damage.
Oh,
You
no.
both take 1d10 necrotic damage.
Should I roll it?
You can roll it. Just roll 2 and we're gonna go
50-50
based
chance
and
to
Clover.
live. 50-50 chance to.
Based and Clover.
Alright, that one's for base.
That's 1.
That one's for Clover. Sorry,
About
Clover.
1 HP. Let's go.
All right, interesting. Okay. Nice. All right. So, Emilio, you heal for 6 points of damage.
Thanks, guys.
And then, what else happens?
87.
Sorry, yeah, 57, and then all right. Okay, the base one's interesting. Clover, 57. You for the next minute. Oh, I'm not gonna tell you actually.
Okay.
You feel weaker. You and the other one.
I
No,
feel
like,
weaker
well,
than
you do.
what
You
each-
feel weaker with the because of what Emilio
Yeah.
emanated from Emilio. Your hands feel kind of tingling. There's a tingling sensation on your hands. Base turns into a potted plant. Drops onto the floor. He's literally a little potted flower right now. Or a little base. Oh no, he's not. He has a mutable form. He can't be.
Oh, nice.
He-
yeah,
oh.
it's a golem thing.
Yeah, he actually can't be turned. All right, so he's gonna fit into safety away from here. Clover and Emilio, what are you two doing?
I'm healing myself and then running out.
Okay.
Yep. Just running.
Okay, both of you run to safety onto the other side. You see that this wild magic that's emanating from whatever's happening at the core doesn't seem to be affecting anything here further. Like the ends of its reaches are about here. With additional help from everyone else, and like even though the steps are slippery with some of the Zoobloob that's dripped onto there, you all managed to push Bloodbeard through, and at this point it would probably end. The turning big thing would probably end. So Bloodbeard, you shrink in form. You are soaking in Zoobloob. The zoo lube did not shrink, so it's just a lot more lube than
Don't worry, it disappears after a minute.
He's just incredibly moist until that point.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say until that point you have disadvantage on dexterity saves, just because it makes sense. You're gonna be slipping and sliding around. All of you make it to the flux root chamber. Here, you see, it's weird because I don't know if you all remember exactly what base prime said, but it says something about cryogenic capsules sub level 3 activated. A lot of the roots are frozen in place. You see that immense like explosive centers around certain parts of the room have literally turned this place into a as cold as the original frosted level was before, freezing a lot of them in place. You would still have to make your way through them, but it's pretty easy this time. You can kind of clamber onto them and they don't actually retaliate. They're actually fully coated in ice here at this point, so don't worry about making any saves. It's just going to take some time, and you made it through the wild magic chamber, so you make your way up and out of the fluxer chamber. You hear a few more.
A second wind while we're doing that.
Okay, nice. You heal for 8. You get to this point, and you get to the end of the room. You could see on the other side of the room there's large cracks forming. This place is still falling apart to a decent degree. You rush out to the up the staircase and get to the testing chamber with the workshop where Bedman and a bunch of your supplies are. You get to the door is open. Bedman is waiting there, and you could see he's like, what's going on, as he feels
we need
the
to
rumbling.
leave. Wait, we need to do something else first. Bloodbeard's gonna go into the room that has the egg.
Okay, interesting. All of your bags are in there, so I'm guessing most of you will enter and grab your stuff.
Yeah, he's scooping the bag on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that was the IOU about Zubrik's hand. Let me add that.
I mean, you don't owe anything. Things worked out, so.
No, he's just like, oh yeah, you can cut my hand off, and I'm like, I don't need to do that. Now, Bloodbeard's like, I don't think we should let this thing stay here. It's a bad idea.
Interesting.
And he's gonna take his belaying pin and smash the egg.
You're gonna break the egg.
Yeah! I'm not gonna leave some egg to just sit there to evolve into an apex predator and destroy everything.
Interesting.
But what if it already has inside the egg?
Then I'm gonna beat it to death with a pin!
Yeah. You smash it. You go to swing. The encasing chamber, as soon as you smash it, something oozing yet cold seeps out of it. It is some sort of ooze that literally clings onto your sword.
It's not a sword, it's this belaying
The
pin.
belaying pin.
Yeah.
It clings onto your belaying pin, and you can see it's about to lash out at you. What are you gonna do? You did not actually hit the egg, and you feel the rumbling intensify. And everyone, you guys all have your backpacks on now.
Bloodbeard is gonna pull away. He's gonna go back 20 feet, and he's gonna throw a fucking fireball at the damn thing.
Okay. The room is pretty small, so you probably have to leave the room to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I could cunning action, run out,
And then just throw it in and
and
don't
then
look
as
back.
as I like basically run back, as I get back to like the 40 feet, I fall back. I'm just gonna like as I'm dropping, just like yeet it.
Okay.
Fucking.
By the way, this ooze was coated, like filling the gap inside the egg chamber. So you kind of pull your belaying pin back, you run back to the entrance after everyone left. You jump out, action style, throw the bead into the room. You hear a loud explosion. I'm gonna roll something. As the rumbling intensifies.
Fireball is the spell that fixes any problem.
Huh?
Fireball is the spell that fixes any problem.
It does fix a lot of
It really
problems.
does.
But I still need to roll something. Ooh, 31 points of damage too.
Nice.
I think my roll 20 is literally crap in its pants today. I'll roll the thing I was gonna do later, and you guys start booking for it. Outside, as you get to the rubbles that lead into this testing area, you run into the great massive hall that collapsed into this place, and you see before you the way out. You start running and you feel the ground beneath your feet start to break apart. I need all of you to make me an acrobatics check or athletics check, one of your, whichever one you prefer. You're all just running
Alrighty.
and trying to keep each other, running as fast as everyone else. Unless you want to just, if you can run faster and you want to leave people behind, you can do that too. It's up to you.
No.
Okay, cool. Everyone's helping each other out, and
I owe Clover at this point more than I already did.
Emilio, you're running. Base is running next to you. Base starts to pass you as you realize you're kind of losing your footing to some of the cracks that are forming beneath your feet. I need to, you have to give me one more acrobatics check.
Oh.
Okay. As you're running to safety, all of you see Emilio start to fall behind for a split second from the corner of your eye, then just sink beneath with the rubble.
And
What are you all doing?
am I able to
Fireball,
use
rocket
like
jump.
am I able to like try to cunning action, like move faster to like kind of like run back, grab him and drag him along?
Okay. I'll say, since you have the extra movement to do so, doing so though with your current injury that's lingering, you might have to make a check.
That's fine.
Just make that check for me.
The deck save to say that I
Yep.
fall on my ass.
Yep.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna drop.
Do you
think
want to
I-
use your?
Oh yeah, I've got my inspiration.
Yeah, you have your weekly.
Now you add them together.
Okay. Interesting. Let me just check real quick. It's been a while since I checked the lingering injury table for this.
I actually don't have the DC written down, but I feel like it's 12.
Interesting. Okay. You go to take a step. You turn back, grab Emilio, and you said you were pulling Emilio, right?
Yeah.
You go to pull Emilio. One of you is gonna fall. You realize it. You feel the stinging of the injury in your leg. One of you is gonna fall with some of the falling, collapsing rubble. What are you doing?
Can
I'll
I
beat
do
him.
something?
No, you've already failed your acrobatics. It's
Okay.
up to him.
What how bad off does Emilio look?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit. The only thing you
On,
could
like,
say, no
I
HP.
can't see I can't, I mean, with the aura on the tokens.
Yeah, you can see
Okay.
the aura. Like, so basically
look-
the aura is
you
like,
look-
He looks pretty good.
Oh, have you not updated your HP?
It did. It continues to show it as yellow instead.
Okay.
But he looks pretty okay.
it's up to you. This is a character moment. So what are you doing? This will define Bloodbeard a little bit.
Oh man.
Just depends.
Okay. What am I gonna do?
This is why don't look at the HP. Just do what you're gonna do.
Bloodbeard is gonna throw Emilio, but he's gonna use his action surge to see if he can try to recover.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Like,
You do have an action
You
surge.
fool!
Yeah, you throw Emilio ahead of you. Emilio, you could take the fumbling steps to safety with the rest. Bloodbeard, you go trying to move faster using that action surge to give you the burst you need. Give me one more acrobatics check.
acrobatics or athletics?
Or either or, whichever one you prefer. Ooh.
Nice.
You literally throw Emilio. You feel the stinging hamstring injury is about to make you fall. You trip forward a bit, and the big rocks falling. You push yourself up, clasp onto the last remaining solid edge, and hang on. With the others helping you, you manage to pull yourself up, and you see before you the ruins that have sunken deeper into the Underdark. And yeah, I guess we can end it there. We've been playing for like 4 hours, and we're past what my normal, stopping place is. So
No one died.
no one died. You all made it out. I hope you all enjoyed that session. You made it out with Bedman. I've made the rolls with Bedman before, so don't worry about it. That's why I did not roll for Bedman at all. And Base succeeded all. He has nuts athletics actually, so nutty athletics. All right. Well, I hope you all as players enjoyed it, and if anyone's watching, I hope you all enjoyed that and their escape from the lost biolab of Riowin. We're gonna be back next week with more D&D. Let's see how they deal with all the new cool stuff that they managed to get and out of here, and how they're gonna deal with returning Bedman to the Snipe Nibblins. If any of you guys want to vote now on who deserves inspiration and deserves to do the recap next session, please write that, or please participate in the current poll that's in the chat right now.
It's up for the next 5 minutes.
It
Yes.
sucks because I think Bloodbeard deserves the inspiration after that. But
Mm,
he also did the recap this week.
And I'm not going to be here next week.
Yeah. So I'll say try not to do Bloodbeard. We'll move.
I mean, if you do, then just go for whoever's in second place. And
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you all do what you want to do. Yeah. What y'all think? You enjoy it?
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
I'm just happy that no one died.
Yeah, I'm happy that no one died. That wild magic stuff could have gone real bad,
Mhm.
But
It's
it-
really bad.
but it is more positive than negative. Also, Base, I'll say, the thing wore off after you guys got your backpack. That's why he was able to run with you.
The wild magic did a total of
Did a lot of damage.
120.
It
Oh,
did.
geez.
It literally did the stuff that it did. Two things that there's no saves for. It's just like damage, do damage. And I'm like, what? Okay, go ahead.
I was hoping for the unicorn summon so we could have rode that out of there.
Yeah, that would have been
Awesome.
hilarious.
That's enough damage to kill me 4 times over.
Well, good
like
thing.
how-
It,
So lucky you survived that fireball.
yep.
I just stood there and it just.
You saw actually just. I was gonna say
You saw the
Mr.
weave.
Magoo. I was gonna say Mr. Magooed it. Since you're so high, you did the high version of what Mr. Magoo would have done in the situation. Got out of there. But yeah. Wow, there's 2 votes. It's a tie right now. With the votes between Bloodbeard and Clover.
Well, 6
mean-
votes, 8 viewers.
Pretty close. All right. Well, I'm gonna let this run, but I hope you all enjoyed it. And we'll be back next week with more, where they are returning Bedman, and we'll see what happens. we'll leave the vote running on the chat a little longer, but we're gonna sign off now. Thank you everyone for watching, and thank you all for playing. And yeah, we'll be back. We're roll call. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, I'm tired.
I did not record this session.
Nice.
Nice.
I have to just download it from Twitch, which takes forever. It's fine.
No, I'm just laughing that that button Tingle pressed was the base self-destruct.
It didn't have one, but it happened to act like one because of core crisis situation. It actually, there's a lot of things that kind of went weird and differently in that whole scenario and the last few scenarios all combined, but I want to talk about it. It's getting late for you all, so I understand, but yeah.